Yo, yo, yo. Thank you for joining us on this Freestyle Friday of the Logistics Lounge. Y'all can see we already got some people in here hanging out with us. If anybody wants to come chill, lounge it out, just let us know. We'll drop you a link. It's not as long as you're not a Terry. Sit back, buckle up, pop a top, enjoy the lounge. Gentlemen, and Taylor, how are y'all doing?
Doing great. Done for the day.
Yeah. Taylor, are you done?
I'm loading right now.
All right.
He's got
in East Palestine.
He's got a long 98 miles ahead of him.
We're going down to Baton Rouge from East Palestine, Ohio, on this train water.
Nice. Fuck yeah. Where are you rolling?
I think whoever put these tanks in here, I don't think you can see them, but I think they're dry truck drivers because they look like blue chicken lights on them. Can you see them?
Yeah, I see them.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, Taylor, you're going to be right in the middle of the apocalypse, or what is it, Eclipse, or whatever it is?
The apocalypse.
Yeah. Isn't Baton Rouge right there in the range of it?
I don't know. I don't give two shits about it. It'd be like a storm cloud coming in for me, just covering the sun for a minute.
Sir, we're on LinkedIn. We're not supposed to swear, sir. We're supposed to be professional business people today.
Yeah, don't say fuck, shit, damn it, any of those words that might have.
Yeah, you're sir. I'm trying to respect you as my elder, but you're being a bad influence on me.
What did you say, Cartman? I said, fuck you, Mr. Garrison.
Fuck you over.
Oh, man. Anil, where are you at, bro? Where are you rolling to?
Oklahoma, getting my ass back to Arkansas and Kansas.
Nice. Where are you chilling at, Keith?
I'm chilling in South Carolina at the Circle C.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I think it's...
You there till Monday?
No. I got to finish this one up. I got to take this trailer back, drop it on the yard, and then grab my trailer back.
Oh, got you. Okay. Well,
and then I'm done till Monday.
All right. You going to be home or no?
I'm debating on whether to go home or not. My wife's not feeling very good, but I could do a couple more loads and make some more money. I just have to wait and see. I'm going to talk to her tomorrow and see what she wants me to do. If she wants me to come home, I'm just going to bounce from Rock Hill back home and take care of her for a couple days, and hopefully I don't get sick.
Hey, Taylor, I just want to tell you, you did it again.
What'd I do?
You know what you did. All right, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to send our live post to that group, and you just reshare that post that I send you. Don't use that link I sent you, because that link that I sent you gets people into the show. So that's a special. That's your golden ticket.
When I got on the thing, it says on top of the screen, it says post.
Yeah,
that's what I did.
I don't know. I'm not there to help you out, but it's all good.
Let me change it. Let me see what this one is.
It's not that I don't trust your followers, but you do have a lot, so there could be some who knows in there. I mean, you've seen it in the spaces when someone just pops in and it's like, oh, they look all right, and then you got a bunch of weird things going on in the top section that people don't need to see. That might be the time if Taylor Built gets us canceled. That's gonna be the.
Oh, I would feel horrible, man.
Nah, it'd be all right. They can't take us down. Well, Pedro, how was your day, brother? You've been asking everybody else. How was your day?
I mean, mine was good, bro. Just, I already told you, man, freaking added a bunch of people to some prospecting sequences, and that's pretty much it. Nothing fucking spectacular over here on my side. I had all my loads and shit already covered up and everything. Adam, what's up, brother man? How you doing? Hope your day is good. If you want to hop in here, you just let us know.
Yeah, Adam, you got that link. Everybody's got the link in the chat group on X.
Well, Kyle, I say, how about I send you a link and you come on, Mr. Rando?
That would make me feel more uncomfortable than anybody else that could possibly appear.
It would make me feel uncomfortable too. Evening, gentlemen. Evening to you as well, good sir or ma'am. Not sure. He said, I got the link from Taylor. Oh, fucking Jesus. That's funny, man. Oh, my God, brother. All right. Let's go ahead and give some quick love. Oh, it's Dustin. Dustin, if you want to jump on, man, let us know, man. That's who that was, Dustin.
Oh, yeah. Dustin's got some spicy shit to talk about.
Fuck yeah, Dustin. You want to hop on, you let us know. Alec, what's crack-a-lacking, my brother? What's happening? Dad bod lives matter. Fucking Kyle. Boycott Sage. Yeah, that's right. Boycott Sage. Ryan, how you doing? Good morning.
You're not going to let Ryan in here.
Ryan can hop in whenever. He probably already has the link. Yeah,
he always gets the link. He usually just hops in. It's been a while since he's hung out with us for a while. Yeah. He usually just pops in and then goes and tends to his children farm.
I know. What am I talking about? He has access to
He's been a little too busy with his side job hacking.
Right.
It's not a side job. That's full time.
Full-time hacker?
Ever since I've started working with Ryan Van
He's supposed to be getting
I lost $500,000, and I've never been sadder.
All right, we're gonna do a sponsor break, and then we are going to roll into some news, get that stuff out of the way, and we're just gonna chill because, like I said, it's Freestyle Friday, and that's what we're gonna do. So, here's some love to our sponsor, Shoreline Capital. Hip hip hooray, dude! It's so good to have a different freaking video on, isn't it? Like that old one, as good as it was when I made it, I was like getting tired as hell of that shit. You put them up. I'm not going to touch it, Hunter.
Yeah, I'll do the add people on.
That's fine, bro. Okay, well, we have that agreement now. That's fine.
I fixed it, guys. I shared y'all's post and took the other one down.
I saw that, and we appreciate it, Taylor.
Yeah, Taylor. Fuck yeah, we do.
You help us, we help you with the technology. I know you're getting a little older. It's a little more difficult nowadays.
Yeah, that pre-dementia is starting to kick in.
I did, man. You missed it. You hopped off. We told Adam, we're like, Adam, just hop on. Just let us know we'll send you a link. And he was like, I already got it from Taylor.
What is it now?
Never mind.
Oh, the link. Okay.
Yeah, because you reposted it. And Adam was like, I already got it. Taylor done gave it to everybody. All right, news. Corey had to hop off, our predatory BFF. He's got some work to do, but this news tonight is
predatory towing BFF.
Our predatory towing BFF. Yeah, predatory towing BFF. There you go, brother. All right, news. Here we go. Florida. Boy, they're in the news like every single day. I don't think you can get on any news station, channel, platform without saying something about damn Florida. All right. Today's article comes from CDL Life. March 22nd, the HB 179 was signed into law by Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. This bill was sponsored by State Representative Melanie Bell, and there was another gentleman that he had a law that kind of backed and went against this, and they put them together, and this is what they came up with. The law makes about a dozen changes to Florida's current towing law to protect drivers of all kinds from dishonest or predatory towing. Although the picture here, shows a big rig and, it's on CDL Live, so that's why. But this has to do with, towing all the way around. One of the most significant changes will require Florida counties, cities, and the Florida Highway Patrol to establish and post maximum towing and storage rates online and to establish a process for investigating and resolving complaints regarding fees that were charged or excess fees that were charged on those posted rates. This bill will go into effect pretty fast. It'll happen on July 1st this year. Senator Perry, which was the other person that had the other bill, said that we needed decisive action to combat predatory towing practices and ensure fairness and transparency for Florida's residents. This law will implement important measures that protect consumers and will promote accountability within the towing industry. Within the law, some of those provisions are that it requires towing and storage operators to provide a rate sheet and an itemized invoice upon request to post and to post that sheet at the place of their business. Man, that kind of sounds like tower transparency, broker transparency, doesn't it? Man, I wonder if our good friends that shall not be named are involved in that. All right. Requires a towing and storage operator to accept more types of payment methods. I mean, I don't know what else I'm going to say. I guess maybe you can go and pay them with fucking goats or chicken eggs. I mean, cash is king and Zelle and everything else. I think they probably already accept everything. It increases the number of days that must pass before an unclaimed newer model vehicle or vessel may be sold. It also lowers the number of days over which a towing and storage operator may not charge a person for storage if the towing storage operator failed to provide a notice to the lender or the lien holder on the vehicle or vessel that is being towed or stored. So there you go. It's a few other little marks in the article. Y'all want to read it. I always don't give it all away. It's not my job. Go read the work of this journalist. CDL Live. You see the headline of the article there. Go look it up. Go read it. Anybody, we love talking about predatory towing and stuff. Anybody got some remarks on towing, predatory towing, this law, thoughts, questions, concerns?
Send them all to prison. That's all I have to say. Dirty bastards.
My experience is that you need to be proactive. If you need a tow truck, get on it, make calls, talk about what they're going to charge before you decide who to come out. But you want to call them before they send someone out. Because once they send someone out and it's involuntary, you're screwed.
Yeah.
You're going to buy Corey a new car.
Yeah, but also know who you're working with, because I've talked with Corey about this before. It was like right when we had first met him, and I was telling him about that one incident where a van was going over a low hanging bridge. They fucked their shit up, and cops came right on the scene, and who was right behind them? A tow truck. And nobody asked any questions, so they picked it up, and a job that would have normally been like $10,000, they ended up getting charged like $40,000. And so these guys just have police monitors, or like, they just scan the radio waves and wait for shit like this to happen. And that's a real deal. But when it comes to like actual like good businesses like that of two, that's a whole different deal. Like, you're out there putting your fucking life on the line, all the equipment, that shit ain't cheap. Like,
yeah, and I think that's what this law, and like there's some other states that are trying to enact stuff. And what you were saying is what Corey was telling us is the unsolicited part of all this. Like, states have laws that Corey was just telling us behind stage that if you get pulled over for DWI and they arrest you, there's X amount of time that they have to get that vehicle off the road, get traffic flowing. And also there's a limited amount of time for them to take you to get a blood test and all those type of things. So it's the unsolicited stuff. And I don't think I would not think that it is as bad for like four wheelers as it is commercial vehicles. Cause and I've said this before, man, people see a truck or anything with a company name on it and they just see dollar signs. You know what I mean? Just think that, I'm going to be able to charge this business whatever, and they're going to pay it. They can afford it because they need this vehicle to make their business function. And, it's like a lot of other things that I've said in this industry. Truckers are just easy targets for a lot of stuff.
I'm gonna disagree with that, dude, because I've had many years of battling with tow truck companies. Starting off in college, dude. Like second week there, I was sitting at a bar, looked out, and I just saw my truck just getting taken by right to the old truck prison, and yeah, so got really wasted there. But moving up here to Nashville during Oktoberfest, I had my truck towed right from my apartment complex because there was all kinds of people. Like I had a pass and everything, and all these people took up the actual parking spot, so I just had to park where I could.
Well,
Nothing.
in that sense, I agree that it's the same. But I mean, like, think about if they would have did that to a semi, they'd have charged them like 5 times what they charged you, or 7 times, or 10 times. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, I mean,
that's
if
what I
I'm
mean.
working with the tow, that's why I
Yeah.
carry AAA, because my car broke down in Huntsville, Alabama, leaving a Widespread Panic concert, and they towed it from Huntsville back up to Nashville, for free. So that's my 2 cents on that. But
That's
I don't know
awesome.
on the trucking side, do they
Yeah.
have AAA for rigs or something along those lines?
They've got some towing insurance, like I forget the name of the company. They used to advertise on the Road Dog channel. They give you a little bit of a break. You can pay for the towing insurance up front, but it doesn't really. You don't really save a whole. You save some money, but not a whole lot.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Like if it's under 50 miles or something,
Yeah, that's usually where they get you if it's around a certain amount of mileage, but I don't think in Florida is going to fare too well.
Yeah,
But
I've got towing on my cars and stuff, full coverage on them, and they'll tow it anywhere I want for free. So, and State Farm pays for it.
Well,
So, like
most of those big catastrophic bills they're anticipating are going to insurance anyways. So that's one of the reasons why they jack them up, and they usually negotiate with the insurance.
My last tow bill was $400, and it was for 90 miles.
that's not bad.
Yeah, I'm about to say that
Oh,
doesn't
it
sound
wasn't bad at all.
That doesn't sound bad at all.
what kind of secrets you got down there, Mr. Trump?
No, I got my engine blew, and I was in Rockingham, North Carolina, and they towed me up to Greensboro, to Peterbilt. It was $400. Wasn't bad at all.
Oh, speaking of the devil, here he is.
Notice how Taylor said the engine blew. He didn't blow the engine.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
It's all about how you word it, man. Those
Exactly.
insurance companies, they'll take anything you say and turn it right against you.
Well, no, I'm sorry. All right, that's not where I was going with that, but
the only thing that blew was the guy in the Volvo.
Oh God, Corey, this is a family show. Come on now.
That's
What's
why
that?
I didn't say the cuss word.
Everybody picks on me because I drive a fucking Volvo. Jesus Christ.
Hey, just to make you feel better, I do have like a little die-cast Volvo right here, and a little Cascadia, I believe it is. It's missing a window, but
It's my truck right there, except for it's the wrong.
Hey, Keith. Hey, I'm with you, man. All them hoods and stuff are great, but I loved my Volvo, bro. I love.
hey, you know who really loves
Do,
Volvos?
do them Volvos come with the rainbow flags?
I don't know, bro. But,
You can ask King Spud. He's a closeted Volvo lover. All right, so
oh my gosh, Josh, what's up, bro?
What's up, brother? How you doing?
Man, I'm all right, man. Yeah, don't you be doing none of that improper behavior on screen no more.
Absolutely, brother.
I saw you outside. I'm like, man, let me say something.
Hey guys, I'll be back in a minute. I got something going on here.
All right, Taylor. Come back whenever, man.
Oh, we have Keith in the building. What's up, Keith?
What's happening, Josh? Did you get your Only Vans hat yet?
No, they just shipped out. I think yesterday, maybe today.
Yeah, they
They're
shipped out this morning.
Being rerouted from the Port of Baltimore.
Oh, hey Josh, I hooked you up with some stickers too. One of ones,
Hey.
like I haven't even gotten them myself. I got you 2 of the OnlyVans ones and 2 of the Only Freight ones.
Sweet, brother. There's
So
some
let me know
shippers
how they
looking
look,
forward.
because
I'm
I
gonna
wish,
ask one of the shippers if they will wear it and post it on if I can post it on X.
yeah, I'm gonna make one for old Teddy Tugboat down there too. It'll just be only toes.
Oh shit, Corey's in the building. What's up,
What's
Corey?
up? So what'd you think? Did you check that thing out I sent you earlier?
Yeah, dude, that is fucking pimp.
Hey,
You gotta
if
talk
I
about
can add
that.
one thing to that, dude, I think like a little magnifying glass, like an investigator, or like like to get on the inspection side.
Oh, all right.
For Corey, we should do boats and toes with the little logistics lounge logo at the bottom. Boats
That's
and
actually
toes.
fire.
Like boats and hoes, only boats and toes.
Yeah, bro.
Boats
Boats
and
and toes.
toes.
That was
Yeah.
funny. That show.
That fucking movie was something else, bro. I'm not a big Will Ferrell fan, but that movie was good.
That's cussing right there, dude. You're insane.
No, I mean I don't know. I don't like I don't know, I just don't like people who are over the top funny. Like, I mean, I don't know. To each his own, bro. That's all.
So,
To each his own.
so
I'm
he's
sure I
too
like
funny for you.
no, I
He
mean
made you laugh really hard in the movie theaters. You pooped
dude,
yourself, and now
even Jim Carrey, man, like I'm on the fence about him,
I
man.
was
Like
about to say the same thing. It's funny how that works, though, dude. Because I love Jim Carrey. I love
but he's
Will Ferrell.
over the
Like,
top though, bro. He's an action comedian, you know, like
well, I mean, that's how Chris Farley was, dude. Chris Farley was a very physical
and
comic.
it's funny again and funny or great weirdly enough, like he's extremely over the top, but I love Chris Farley. I know it's I
Because
don't
he's a
know, I'm
fat
a
guy.
bro.
What about Adam Sandler? I mean, can we all agree he rocks?
I love Adam Sandler.
Yeah, I don't really get down with Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's okay.
Yeah,
Now,
he's
Some
now I
of
fucking
gotta,
Well,
now I gotta see
he's
see
also a
Miami
great human
Vice.
being.
But
he
Chris
dude
Farley
he is.
wasn't natural. That was literally him. That was his character.
Who?
Chris Farley.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yes, it was. That was him. That I think that's what made him funny. You're right. He
Yeah,
was like,
him and John Belushi are my
yeah,
favorite from that
yes,
time.
John. Oh, I
And
fucking
then
love
and then
him.
Absolutely,
and
yep.
then Chevy Chase is a close third.
Chevy Chase is
Yes.
fuck yes,
That's the
dude.
goat.
Yeah, he
That's
is.
the fucking goat right there.
You know, Chevy Chase, man, he used to be a truck driver. He used to be a local truck driver up in New York.
Bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mhm.
Let's pull this up. He's a fucking idol,
I don't
dude.
know, my
Yeah,
favorite.
bro. No, I googled it before, dude. Celebrity truck drivers. Elvis was a truck driver. Liam Neeson was a truck driver. Chevy
Oh
Chase.
hell, Liam Neeson. Didn't he just do a truck driver movie?
I think we had a conversation about that before. I tried to look it up, but yeah, he did. It was kind of like
Here-
the same.
It was a made for Netflix movie, but
I don't know the two. I would say my greatest comedian is actually a tie between George Carlin and Richard Pryor. Like
Yeah,
for real,
that's
bro.
a
I
hard
mean,
one to pick.
George
Man, you know
Carlin.
comedy,
George
Joe.
Carlin was a comedian that educated you, and
Yeah.
Richard Pryor was just fucking funny, bro. Like one of my favorite movies of all time is that one he did with God, the guy from Young Frankenstein, Gene Wilder. That one where like Pryor was blind and Gene Wilder was deaf. Like that shit was. That's probably one of the funniest fucking movies I've ever seen in my life, man.
like hear no evil, see no evil, or something like that.
Yeah, dude. That movie was fucking
Think
fucking
good.
hilarious.
The one they were in the insane asylum, right?
And I lived down. You're
Dude, he's been in the basement drinking coffee for the past 8 hours.
Oh man, what'd you say, Keith?
I said it was that movie where they were in the insane asylum, right? Oh no,
I don't
that was.
know. I think so. Maybe it was. And I know at the end, like they get involved in like a bank robbery and all this other stuff. But yeah, that's a funny ass fucking movie, dude. Anyway, Richard Pryor, George Carlin, those are my guys, man.
What's your take on Dave Chappelle?
Oh man, okay, damn it, I forgot about Dave.
But see, that's a whole new age of comedy. Dave Chappelle,
Dave
Chappelle and
Chappelle-
Cat Williams right now, dude, changing
Dave-
the game.
But
Dave
they've been
Chappelle-
around for 30 years almost.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dave Chappelle's one of those people. He's just funny again because that's who he is, dude. Like he's just a fucking funny guy. You know what I mean? And his comedy is so witty. That's what I like about it. It's so witty, and how he can like bring things full circle. Like if you watch his stuff, he'll talk about something at the beginning, and then he brings it all the way back around in the very fucking end of the show, man.
Oh
I
yeah,
love Chappelle.
that's what makes him unique, dude.
Yeah.
So does
I
Cat.
mean,
Cat does the same.
still,
Well,
still
I just like how Dave Chappelle and Cat Williams both came back around after like that PC culture like really just kind of shook up the whole comic world. You know, like they put Dave Chappelle on the ground. You know, saying that he was going off his rockers, like bad off drugs, ran off to Africa and shit, and then he comes back and he's like, "No, that's all a lie." And freaking Cat Williams saying the same thing. They're exposing a lot of that shit that's going on out there in Hollywood with all the big wigs, and it's fantastic because comedy. True comedy, there's no boundaries. So like, you know, this whole cancel culture with comedy is just insane. That's why, you know, if y'all know Shane Gillis,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
dude, love that guy. He got canceled because he made a joke about some Asian people on his podcast. SNL fired him, and come full circle. Dave Chappelle brought him up on stage. Joe Rogan's brought him on, and like now this man has just hosted SNL, like 2 months ago.
Yeah,
And I
That's
love
right.
that. That's the biggest fuck you to the man. Like,
well,
You know
David
what
went.
you can't forget about, is Betty White. I don't know why she just popped into my head. That was
oh,
a
dude, the
funny.
Golden Girls, bro,
Yes,
classic.
dude, bro.
I used to
Betty,
watch the
a lot
Golden
of
Girls.
people don't know that lady was around for like 60-something years in fucking show
She was like
business.
100 years old.
Dude, you guys left out the OG though. What about Robin Williams?
Oh man,
R.I.P.
dude,
Dude,
yeah.
he was fun.
Dude, that guy, man, I love watching his old comedy stuff. Like he's another one of those. He's so witty, and it's just him. Like that's who he is, and that's what makes him even better. Is he's not playing a character or being over top or anything like that's just how the fuck he was. And that guy was good too. I read something about him quite some time ago that every one of his movies, he made part of his contract was they had to hire homeless people to be in the movies, and so they could make money or whatever. He was a fucking just a stellar human being, man. That's what he was.
I like
What
Steve
about-
Martin too.
Him and Martin Short are fucking funny together.
Jim Gaffigan's pretty good. Some of his old stuff.
Yeah, he's
Hot
all right.
Pocket.
Hot pocket,
That's it right there. It is. There it is. Hot Pocket.
hot pocket.
All right, I don't know what comedians has to do with any of this, but whatever.
Because it's a Freestyle Friday. I mean,
It's
we got
freestyle.
15 people on LinkedIn just listening to us talk about comedy, so that's cool. We're almost at 100 on X.
We're just and we're only 28 minutes in. Look at that, man.
Yeah. If y'all, chime in, man. Give a
Neil,
little,
I wonder if my number one fan is watching.
You mean Bill?
Hi, Mac. We like you. We miss you.
Yeah.
They had a really good conversation this morning. It was a hell of a space.
y'all have some.
We do need to start a GoFundMe for his blood pressure medicine. I don't want him to get hurt. We are very concerned about him.
I'm not even gonna touch that one.
I'm not either. I don't even know what they're talking about, but I know a Neil. It's probably something crazy off the fucking wall.
But yeah,
Never,
y'all do
sir,
have a
never.
fun
I'm just-
time during these spaces are getting out of control, man. It used to just be like end of the day, everybody would hop in the same shit, dude. I'm telling you, I thought Ryan had a problem. Everybody that I know on X has a problem with it, but here I am still tuning into them. But fuck, man, it is a 24/7, 365 event with the spaces nowadays.
It's getting really fucked up now. I mean, it was me, Marco, Laura, the little bull hauler, and Alex, and some cactus dude. I forget his name, but I think it was one of Marco's friends. But we were in there at like 4:00 this morning, and everything was going good, and then it just blew up. And then Anil and Taylor, and then fucking Bill fucking shows up. It was fun as shit. It got really interesting. So
How did Bill show up? I thought he was blocked by all those people, or
fucking
he's got all them. Oh, I guess he doesn't have Marco blocked.
yeah, maybe. But Marco was telling him he's a fucking liar and shit.
Oh,
Marco
Marco was going off. I did hear that, man. Marco running the space. That's a whole nother ordeal, man. People sitting back and listening.
We got to get Marco on here sometime again, man.
Yeah,
I like Marco, dude.
That dude drives.
Yeah.
No offense to
Have the
anybody
Amish
in here,
hour.
that dude drives harder than any fucking driver I know.
I like Marco. He's fucking great, man.
Yeah, he's cool. I got to get that video.
Yeah, you ought to do the Marco cooking hour because he eats the most interesting Amish food. What was that, like ham loaf or something like that? Some throwback from like the 30s. Oh yeah, you listen to what his wife cooks for him, and he's got in his cooler. Like one day it was ham loaf. I'm like, I've never even, it sounds like one of those weird Jello molds from World War II or something.
So is Marco full blown Amish? I know it's like been a joke around, and I saw a picture of him in Amish land behind a horse and buggy, but
yeah, he's like a reformed Amish. I think he's ex-Amish now.
Yeah, my mom's boyfriend, he comes from Amish land up there in Ohio, and his parents are, I don't know, there's like super extreme Amish people, but then there's like ones that, they just don't have air conditioning. They'll still have cell phones and internet, but outside of that,
I had to fucking choose between air conditioning and cell phone, AC all day.
Well, dude, where they live at, man, like it's like,
absolutely.
I don't know where they live, man. I've not been up there, but who is that? Is that Dustin?
No, it's Josh.
Yeah.
Oh.
No. In the comments. But yeah, no, dude, they just pop the windows open at night. Super quiet, calm. It's cool in there. I mean, I'm sure they have some fans if it gets super hot. I don't think it gets boiling down there or up there. Like
you got to have electricity for that, man. There ain't no fans.
Well, they have electricity. They just don't have AC in
it. No, not in the house.
I believe you. I believe you, Hunter, because man, I drove for this carrier out of Ohio, and I remember going up there and people were taking off work early, and I was like, "Why is everybody leaving?" And like, "Oh, we got to go pick up our kids. They let school out early because it's getting too hot." And I was like, "Okay." And they're like, "Well, we don't have AC in our schools." It was like 85 degrees, and I was like, "Fuck, you ain't got AC."
Yeah, they're like modernized Amish, so they use like the bare minimum of any sort of modern technology. That's why they love trucks, dude. Like there's like a lot of Amish cats that do truck driving, or like they work on trucks. Like you see videos of them standing on the side of the road just waiting for rigs to roll by, and they lose their shit. Like you'd think that it was the 4th of July, the biggest fireworks show you ever seen.
I think if Marco was fully Amish, he would be riding on rims with not tires, because they're not allowed to have any modern technology. They're supposed to ride on steel rims. Like all their tractors on their farms have steel wheels on them or wood wheels.
Well, like Hunter said, there's a lot of them, like Mennonites, and there's some other ones that they're.
At least he
like,
probably just lives like in the community around. Because I remember, like one of my first jobs out of college, I was doing direct marketing sales and shit. So I'd be up there in the Sam's Club in Bowling Green, and dude, there were so many Mennonites coming through there, bro. It was insane. I mean, even at Matt's, dude. Even at Matt's.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it was.
I will say this may be an unpopular opinion, but sometimes those Mennonite dresses are kind of hot. I mean,
especially.
I'm just saying. Well, I find myself checking out some of them bread. Yeah, they definitely they got it going on.
The farm behind my property, there's 330 acres of dairy, cows. Mennonites own it, and they have a store not just right down the street from me. We go down there, we buy all the meat and cheese from them because it's it comes right from the farm. They make it themselves.
Yeah, I used to stop at this little Amish. I mean, I didn't do it a lot, but I stopped there a few times. Amish restaurant and bakery in Indiana when I used to go and make my delivery. I can't remember the highway, but it led north out of Indianapolis, and it was on the northbound side, and they had truck parking, man, and you stop in there and get fresh meal and shit like that. It's pretty good stuff, man. They had some good freaking baked items, baked goods, whatever you want to call it.
I think
And their
about.
fucking cheese was amazing, dude.
It
I
is.
don't know what it was about that damn cheese, but that shit was so freaking good.
Dude, I don't drink milk, but the milk we get from the Mennonites, you got to shake it.
Oh, it's the raw milk.
Yeah, you got to shake it up to mix it up to pour a glass of it, so it's not all chunky.
Fucking Corey.
I mean, that shit goes down good. But every time you take the jug out of the refrigerator, you got to shake that shit up. Like chocolate milk, but it's just regular milk.
Isn't raw milk illegal?
In some places it is, yeah.
That's so crazy to me.
Only if you get caught.
But they want it to be
There's
pasteurized. Yeah.
There's a whole thing behind it, man. I mean,
Pop the trunk, buddy.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
we
What's
hear
up,
you.
Dustin?
Oh, great, man. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut anybody off. That I'm just still getting used to this podcast stuff. So I'm trying to get my mic fixed and then my webcam. So we'll get better each week that we do this.
Oh, Dustin the Canadian's back with us. Welcome back.
How's everybody doing?
We're doing good, brother. We're doing good. How about yourself?
Doing fantastic. Been looking forward to this. It's been quite the interesting week.
We're trying to live the American dream, Dustin.
Hey, you know what? I'm trying to live the North American dream.
Oh, that's what a Canadian would say.
Hey,
I'm a boat to drink some maple syrup, eh?
hey, if you want, you know what? Maybe if you keep saying that, maybe I'm going to up the tariffs on that stuff. Actually, let me put a disclaimer. I do not control the tariffs or anything like that. I would only make a suggestion for somebody if they were to consider it. However, I still hope you enjoy the syrup.
Yeah, Dustin, if you want to give your disclaimer real quick, you can.
You know what? I'm just going to keep it very simple. I want to be able to get better at this each time that we do this. It's like logistics. You'll never ever be perfect. Like last week, I consider that what I called the ad hoc episode. So now it's more the specialized episode where I can lower my tonality, because when I listened to it last week, it sounded like I had a megaphone in a library. I'm like, man, you need to slow your tonality, because to me it was like a normal tonality, but when I was listening to it, it sounded so loud on my microphone. But anyways, small disclaimer. Everything that I talk about is in my personal capacity. It's just my personal opinion. It's just debates and discussions. If anybody has any problems with anything, you can message me, and that's it. It's just freedom of speech, freedom of expression. If nobody likes it, there's a simple exit at the top right part of your window, or on the left-hand side if you got a Mac. So I'm being exclusive of your computer. So you know what? Whatever it is, So yeah, that's it. I don't need to make this complicated. I just want to state that we're just all here to have fun and engage in good conversation, share, treat everybody with respect, and sometimes disrespect passively or aggressively, whatever it is. That's what we're here to have fun.
And don't get Terry.
Let's go, Dustin.
You're on the wrong show, Dustin.
I know, man.
If anybody has a problem with you, they'll let you know today, right now. They won't wait.
Speak now or forever hold your peace.
Yeah, they will. They won't bother messaging you. They'll tell you right here.
That's it.
So how is the freight world north of the border, eh?
Canada's collapsing.
What's that? So there was two questions. Let's start with the first one and then the second one.
Said, how is the freight world up north of the border, eh?
In my opinion, it's fantastic. It all just depends which province you're in, what type of equipment you're working with, what type of industry you're working with. So, it all really depends on what you're moving. If you're just moving stuff in Canada, it's good. But if you're doing cross-border and everything like that, obviously you're going to have way more opportunities, just because, our trade relationship between Canada and the U.S. is so much wider, and especially depending where you're going. So in my opinion, it's great. But, if if you're just somebody who doesn't put in effort and you don't try, everything's always going to be bad. So if you're a complainer, you're a complainer. But if you're solutions oriented, you're going to like this. If you become a hunter, you're a hunter. If not, it is what it is, I guess. So, yeah.
I can agree.
So overall, you guys aren't seeing like a lower volume cross border, or is it kind of about the same as it was last year?
See, it's one of those things that, like, it depends on the situation. Like, if you're focused on high value freight, like, obviously it's moving. We're getting in construction season now, and there's like billions and billions of dollars of like new infrastructure projects coming in. If you watch the news and you listen to some of those nonsense people that talk about, like, I'm not even going to get into the politics. I don't pay attention to any of that stuff because it's very simple. We need to upgrade our infrastructure, and I'm in Ontario, so the geographical landmass of Canada, we've got about like 50% of the Canadian population that just lives between basically the Windsor and Detroit border all the way into Montreal. So basically a 700, maybe an 800 mile radius, basically 50% of the country lives in. So, I guess like for me and a lot of people that I speak with, family, friends, carriers and things like that, it's fantastic. So if you're in like rural places, then probably not so much. So,
Now, I do have a question that we spent Christmas in Victoria, and
yes.
and we saw like a loaded truck and trailer come off a ferry.
Yep.
How much does that cost? I mean, that's just got to be an unreal bill to take a ferry into Victoria to make a delivery.
So that's another it depends situation. If you've got some of the local carriers, I do believe that they actually have preferential rates with like truck drivers for having like annual permits on like reduced pricing just for obviously that reason. But if it's on like an ad hoc basis where you get some, like an example, if you get like a, something coming from like Philadelphia that's got to go all the way there, then it can. I'm just going to give you a ballpark range. You'd obviously have to check because it all depends on the weight of the trailer, the type of the trailer, the cargo that you're hauling. They sometimes charge by the weight. It could be by the foot, depending on capacity time. So there's a lot to take into consideration. But a ballpark figure, you can get around between like $400 to maybe up to like $1,200, depending on what it is. And that's
just the ferry ticket.
Yeah,
basically.
there and back. Now, don't quote me on it because it all depends on the freight that you're moving, the time of day, when it needs to get there, and all of that stuff, right? And that's the same.
Well, I don't plan on taking it. I just saw the truck get off, and I was like,
"No, it's
holy moly, that's got to be high."
It's a great question, and like I say, it's kind of like when we give rates on certain things, if we, it's just a ballpark thing. It just gives you like an idea, right? Like obviously, it's subject to change. It's no different than if you got freight volumes in Chicago compared to Oklahoma or Florida and California. So yeah.
It blew me away to see him just drive off the ferry and like hit the toll booth and take off. It just wasn't something I ever really imagined, being kind of a Midwestern landlocked driver.
Yeah, absolutely. And when I started having some of my first experiences with that, that was some of my favorite freight to haul because like I thought that was like so fantastic too of how like, and I'll give you an example of like moving stuff from like say Philadelphia and then trying to go to Newfoundland, which is the Maritimes out on the East Coast. So that's like really, really difficult, very, very expensive if you just want to go in a straight direction. But obviously to save on freight costs and kind of how would you say piggyback off of like the flow of logistics, it's much easier to go from like Philadelphia into like Toronto or Montreal than go from Montreal to the East Coast. And then you save on like the freight just by kind of breaking it up a little bit. But same thing on the East Coast. Your ferries to go out to the islands of like Prince Edward Island, Newfoundland, Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, and things like that. It ranges again from like $500 to like $1,000.
I had a buddy that I used to help dispatch.
Hello.
He ran a flatbed, and we had picked up a load that was going to Washington, and it was going to a small island right off the tip of Washington in like Vancouver area, and we had to take a ferry to that, and I think it was like $500 round trip, $400 round
Yep.
trip. Like, it wasn't crazy. I mean, you know, it was like a 20 mile trip one way, something like that.
Yep.
It sounded like a lot, but I mean, he was like 47,000 pounds and stuff. So,
Yep.
but I had a customer that their stuff picked up in northern Michigan, and they did a lot of things that went over to New York or Ohio or whatever, and they used to prefer that the truck take the ferry across whatever fucking lake.
Oh, the Great Lakes.
Yes.
Lake Huron, I think it
They
is.
took the ferry and stuff, man.
Yep.
And that thing could get freaking expensive crossing the Great Lakes with a semi, dude. Like, that stuff
Oh,
was
yeah.
like, nuts. But I mean, it wasn't that hard. You just got on their website and like they give you an immediate little quote, you know, and have their rates and stuff. But yeah, I could see where it could get expensive. You know, I mean, hell, you got to tack on $4,000, $5,000, $1,200 onto a freight bill, man.
Yeah, and sometimes, like, you know, when you quote it, you don't even factor that in. You know, sometimes you just forget. Like, we all make mistakes, and I've did that, and you know, I've eaten the cost. Obviously, I didn't want to lose the customer and stuff. So, you know, there's been expensive lessons, and you know, that's the whole point of like being creative with freight, because you know, like everybody's trying to, you know, save money and make money at the same time. So, you know, you just got to do the best that you can depending on what you're moving, especially if it's like heavy hauling projects. Oh my gosh, like, you know, those Great Lakes like are such a beautiful thing, because there are certain like weight restrictions on the highways here in Ontario that you got to use like barges and all that crazy stuff. So like, it's, you know, again, such a crazy world done depending on what you're moving in and out. So yeah.
What is the GW right now in relation to that? Isn't it around 120 or 150 each way?
So sorry, go ahead.
You talking about the GW into New York, Neil?
Yeah. Yes.
I mean, last I knew, it was only like $50 or $60 or something like that. I don't think it's really expensive. Is it more now, Daniel? How much is it?
About 125.
No shit, dude. When I started driving,
You're talking about the G-Dub, right?
one way across the GW was like 25 or $30 when I started driving.
125.
Holy shit!
Verrazano 60.
Is that tolls or gross weight?
It's toll.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm not always specific with like exactly the highways. That's why I wanted to clarify.
Toll.
Yeah,
that actually makes that ferry look cheap.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah, the Gorzana or the Gothel outer GW is 125. The Verrazano's 60 both ways. And then I don't know about the Frog's Neck or the Whitestone. I think they're somewhere around that 50, 60 mark.
The Tappan Zee is still free, isn't it?
No, Tappan Zee is not free. Tappan Zee is about 30-ish each way.
No.
What is it to run the Pena Turnpike now? Does anyone know that? It was like almost $200 last I knew.
Pennsylvania Pike?
Yeah.
From one end to the other is now over $300 without Easy Pass.
Wow. Shit. That's fucking crazy, bro.
But I'm going to start going cross-border on the ferry. Screw this.
Well, if you do, I'm your guy. You can pick whoever you want. If you would just prefer me, I would appreciate that.
There you go.
Just to go across the part where I-70 is hooked in with, from like New Stanton to Breezewood, is like $100 without Easy Pass.
That's fucking.
It's crazy. You're crazy to run 76 or across there. The Pennsylvania.
Now, if you got Easy Pass, it's justifiable.
Nah, well, it's the most expensive toll road in the world, they said.
Oh, it probably is.
I don't think in the world. I don't think in the world or mile. I think there's far more expensive, probably shorter toll roads somewhere in Europe.
Oh, the bridge. Well, yeah. Road-wise, I think it's the most expensive one in the U.S. per mile for a road.
And the road is shit.
They're getting better.
Are they actually fixing it now?
Oh yeah, it's in pretty decent. It's been in pretty decent shape the last couple of years. They're slowly getting it cleaned up, fixed up. They're putting a lot of it into 3-lane. They're working on expanding it. Yeah.
Daniel,
Why
are
do they
you?
have so many tolls on the East Coast? Is it like, does that money actually go to upgrade the infrastructure?
It's called the mob, dude. It's called the freaking mob.
It's a union. It's a union works project. Actually,
Yeah. Yeah.
They're
It's
getting
all
everywhere, man.
about the workers.
Hey, down here in Texas, we used to have, man, dude, I think the only toll roads there really was the Beltway 8, which goes around Houston, the outer loop, and then maybe there was one in DFW area, but now, man, they dude, express lanes are fucking king. Toll roads like the toll 130, everyone knows that. They got others in Houston. I think it's toll 249. Like they're coming up every fucking where, man. Everywhere they're getting these toll roads built up.
Yeah, you got
my
you got the
truck's at
8 ball.
Dallas wreck. Oh,
Yeah,
good.
you got the 8 ball, and then you got the Bush. That's a toll in Dallas. That's George Bush. Of course, the 130, which if you're a truck driver, depending on time of day, you better get your sweet butt on
Fuck
that and
that.
roll that
Always
because
130.
please
At
pay the
least
toll for
around
130.
Austin. At least around Austin, man. Always.
Absolutely.
Fuck, dude. And it's not that bad to go around Austin. I think for a truck, it's only maybe $40. Like it's not crazy. It's not super.
I thought it was 100 and something.
To run the whole thing, it's close to 100.
Yeah, close to 100. But you're talking, I don't know, close to 100 miles of open highway at 85 miles an hour. So, I mean, and if you've ever gone down I-35 any fucking time of the day between Round Rock and southern San Antonio, dude, it's a parking lot all day, every fucking day.
Yeah, I think we're averaging about $1,300 a month in Texas tolls, but most of those we run are in Dallas.
Doesn't he
Yeah,
7?
Dallas has gotten crazy, man. Like it has, dude. I don't know. They're putting them up freaking everywhere. But I don't know. In places like Texas, the way I understand it,
Glass. I'm on.
we don't have a lot of the other taxes that other states do. So that revenue actually goes to things for the state, so we don't have to charge other taxes. We have low property tax. We don't have state income tax. They just like knocked down. We don't have state car inspections anymore. So I don't know.
You should really consider some taxes to fix your roads.
Texas has incredible roads. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yes, please.
I don't know,
North of Dallas to Oklahoma, for heaven's sake, that is a rough patch.
Overall, I think Texas has some of the best roads in the country.
It is the
And I'm not
concrete
saying that because I
capital of
live
the
here.
world,
Like I'm
dude.
saying that as someone who has driven across the country. Like I mean, I really do. I think we have some of the best roads in the country.
I think I-70 in Indiana is the best road in the country.
Where?
I-70 in Indiana is the best road in the country.
Kick him out of the fucking room right now. Like right now.
Yeah, it's right below I-10 in Louisiana.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, I think 70 is better than 10.
So, Daniel, come on.
What?
Dude, I used to run 70 in Indiana like a lot. Oh my god, that is the most horrible fucking highway. I know you're being smart ass, but I'm just saying like holy Jesus, that fucking road, dude, was atrocious. And I can't remember the loop around Indianapolis, but that motherfucker was the other horrible. Was like, oh my god, bro! Like,
hey guys, you gotta get you some pasteurized, unhomogenized chocolate milk, full fat from the Amish. Phenomenal stuff.
I was just telling them about it, Daniel. We get from the Mennonites from the farm behind us.
Yeah, my wife bought a gallon of it. It cost me $7 and some odd cents for a gallon.
Jesus Christ.
Is there a difference in the U.S. with like Amish and Mennonites? Because here in Canada, like I'm sure that there might be Amish, but a lot of them always go by Mennonites, or they prefer to be.
It's just the proper nomenclature.
Oh,
was it Amish?
I think Mennonites drive cars. Amish have buggies. I think it's a big difference.
So they're more of like the older orders then.
There's a dairy on the north side of Fort Wayne.
There's a strong between Amish and Mennonite, like a really big difference.
The Mennonites
makes a lot of sense.
The Mennonites are broken off from the Amish. They went from the steel wheels to cars and tractors and stuff.
Yeah. When you say that, that makes a lot of sense because there's places here in Ontario, like I'll just reference like St. Jacobs as an example, and it's all like all Mennonites and everything like that. And a lot of them have vehicles. They still drive horse and buggies. They use like the orange placards on the back of their horse and buggies, so then that way, you know, like for safety and stuff. So I can see where you talk about the difference because you can always tell when anybody who's an out of towner, when you go see the Mennonites or you go like to the local like farmers market and everything like that, because they all drive black cars. So if you drive a colored car, they always know you're not from there.
I'm gonna tell y'all the most I would say the most interesting, but a funny Amish story that I have. So when I was stationed at Fort Campbell, I'd really never seen Amish or any of that stuff, man. Like here in Texas, they just don't exist. And that was the first time I've ever experienced it. But we were at the Walmart, and my wife and I pulled into the Walmart, and we're walking into the store, and we see this guy pull in, and he's got a horse and buggy, and towing behind it is the old bed to a Chevy C10 pickup truck.
Yep.
Oh no shit.
No, it gets better. It gets fucking better. You just wait. In this Chevy C10, they had put 2 rows of bench seats in there.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
It gets better. It gets fucking better, bro. It gets better. So when they stop, because like we're standing there watching, I was like, holy, shit, we've never seen this before, whatever. It's interesting. And we're watching them, and when they stop, they park out in the parking lot, and the dad, or I presume it was the dad, the dad and the son get out of the horse and buggy, and in the back are his wife and some other children, but they had 2 car seats strapped into these fucking seats, bro. Bro, that is definitely
That's
not
pimp.
me. Like, you know what I mean?
That's fucking
I will
pimp,
never
dude.
ever fucking forget that. Never forget that shit, bro. That was the
Hey, just wait until you meet me sometime when I got the fam and we got the Yoder toter.
Oh, what's the Yoda toter, Daniel? You better share that shit.
I got a 15-passenger, 1-ton Econo line van. I've got 5 kids, so I went out and bought a Yoder toter. Oh yeah.
Wow.
Fucking church bus, dude.
I actually thought about buying a short bus because it gives the kids a little more room, separates them more so they don't fight so much. But I don't know. I'm looking into it. What the Sam Hill is that? Oh, that's rotisserie chicken.
Oh,
She's feeding me dinner in bed. It's wonderful. I'm laying in bed right now talking to y'all, and she's bringing me food.
Drinking bastard.
Milk, eating fucking chicken, like God.
You lucky bastard. That's a keeper, Daniel.
Got that right.
So you were out here working with us.
If I could ever get off, if I could ever find a load worth hauling out of the house.
How much money that we're spending?
Look, y'all see that? Look, hanging right there, over there to the right side of Daniel's screen. That's his bathrobe. Look at that. There it is.
Got him.
Oh.
Daniel's like, it's 2024, fucker.
A true story. I actually had a Baptist church van, and we kept the labels on it, even though we were Mormon. And it kind of freaked everyone out on Sundays, but I never got a speeding ticket in that van.
Is that better?
Yeah,
you like my bathrobe?
You're gonna give Sage a run for his money. All right, we need the battle royale to come on ASAP.
Is that worth an extra $1 a mile?
Fucking Sage.
Yeah. Well, hey Pedro, will this get me an extra $1 a mile if I get down to Texas and have to get a load of trees coming north?
It would, man. 1,000%. If you come down here, let me take a picture with you. We'll give you an extra $1 a mile. 1,000%.
Hey, I need you to do me a favor.
You can, Daniel. Go ahead. you can go ahead and drop your OnlyFans link down there in the comments.
That's why Dan's been home.
Hey, I need you to do me a favor though.
What's up, bro?
DM me your email address. I gotta send you something.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Maybe he's learning from Ryan.
Uh-oh.
I'm not Ryan. I'm not that good on a computer. If I
Are you
was, I would
ashamed
be
you don't
driving a
want to drop
truck.
the link in the comments? It's okay.
What's that?
Well, he said drop your OnlyFans link, and then you're like, please send me your email. So you want to send it to him privately instead of dropping it in the comments.
Oh shoot, I'm sorry. Yeah. I'll get right on that
Yeah.
OnlyFans thing. I'll get right on that.
Yeah, we all want to see too.
Oh, yeah. Mm.
You'll have people, instead of a subscription to see, you'll have an anti-subscription. People will pay
Oh, is that what it is?
People, they're like, take this shit down. I'll send you $20.
Hey, you know what? Maybe all us drivers in here should start an OnlyFans account and put driving videos up. We might make some extra money.
I mean, look at what Trucker G makes money.
Yeah, we might make some extra money. I mean, shit. So I guarantee you, there's people out there that want to meet some drivers.
There's definitely people. You know, the internet's a wild place.
Exactly.
All you're gonna have is lonely women in prison. That's what it's gonna be. Put somebody on.
For it, if they'll pay for it, that's an extra $1,000 a year in our pockets.
Man, I get into their commissary account though.
Dude, if we, that is actually a good idea. If we could make like an OnlyFans parody trucker account where it's like truckers doing, stupid shit posing with their trucks or something crazy, dude. Like, yeah,
that'd be good.
That would sell. That would sell.
Like you get Daniel in his bathrobe, you know what I mean, and just like pose next to, you know what I'm saying, like next to a truck or something. Like I'm telling you, bro.
Your shirt, some
Hey,
chest,
what do you call freaking redneck trucker?
Redneck.
I don't know what.
His name
He
is
does
Jay.
exactly that.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, we know his name. I mean, his name's Steve.
Yeah,
JB, what's up,
Steve
you
does
fucker?
that.
Oh, does he? Dude, that
Oh, yeah.
guy is so fucking. I want to meet him and like actually talk to him, not redneck trucker. Like I've seen him as himself like twice on some videos and shit. He seems like a really interesting fella.
JB, what's up, you fucker?
What's up?
Hey, sir, that is impairing your vision, sir. We need you.
It's got holes I can see.
We all think it's funny, but it's not very safe.
Yes.
Oh, but it's a safety vest. You're supposed to wear it to be safe.
Yeah, he's got a good point. Keep it on. Keep on rolling.
We are not responsible for the actions, comments, or opinions of those on the show.
Really, the disclaimer.
Oh, baby, take it off. Take it off.
Wait, does that look good? Or y'all want me to put it back on? No.
Oh, I'm liking it. I'm liking it.
Where are you headed to, JB, or where are you at?
Back to fucking Ohio.
Oh yeah.
Oh, fucking JB.
Yeah.
Is that east of Ohio or is that west of Ohio? Where's fucking Ohio?
I mean, it's a big O for Ohio, so you can fuck it any kind of way you want to. I don't know. I just go where they tell me. Come on now, you act like this is hard.
That's funny. You're going to Ohio and Taylor's leaving Ohio.
Hang on. Let me grab my paperwork. Okay, this is how real owner operators do it.
Don't do that shit. That's illegal.
Groveport, Ohio.
You're going to Groveport?
Yeah.
South of Columbus area.
Yeah, when do you unload?
When I get there.
Okay.
we have this thing called drop and hook. It's pretty sweet.
Okay. Hey, I'm just making sure because there is nowhere to park in Groveport because it's packed full even on a Saturday morning.
Really? There's plenty to park. Park on the ramps. Hello, come in.
Oh, okay.
I'm kidding.
This disclaimer for all you new drivers out there: please don't take him serious, follow his advice, or really listen to him anymore.
Yeah. Where's your girlfriend Thomas at, JB?
He's at home. He doesn't want to make no money the rest of the week.
He don't want to get on the Lizard Lounge.
He was on yesterday for a little bit, but he's a little shy. You know how he is.
Hey, I can give you, hey JB, I can give you some good advice about Groveport. If you're looking for something to eat while you're in Groveport, there is a phenomenal greasy spoon.
Okay.
Over off of 23. It's south of the casino on 23, about a mile. It'll be on your right-hand side. It's called the Portside Cafe.
Oh, okay.
There's parking out back for big trucks. Just right on the south side of the restaurant's the driveway. Go around the back side of the restaurant, park back here in the back. Phenomenal food.
Well, there was parking until you announced it publicly.
All I heard was stay at the casino. Got it.
No, they don't allow parking at the casino. They'll tow you out now.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
So that was just a joke.
Okay. But yeah, it's south of the casino, about a mile.
I'll have to keep that in mind for next time. I got another load I got to pick up after this one.
I'm gonna have to look this place up. When I drove for Night Refrigerated, I had two favorite places to eat when I was out on the road. One of them was the American Chinese restaurant. That was the fucking name of it. In Rock Springs, Wyoming. I loved that fucking restaurant.
Is that across the street from the Flying J or something?
Yeah, dude, it's literally in the parking lot of that mom and pop truck stop, like in the freaking parking lot. It's like an old diner thing, man. And I'm sure the older people that ran it may not do it anymore, and their daughter does. But I literally would not eat all day when I knew I was going through there, and I always got the same thing, man: the sweet and sour chicken with white rice and wonton soup. Or egg drop soup. Oh my god, I love that place. But there's this place in Indianapolis, right around the corner from the night yard. I gotta remember it. It was a little old bitty freaking restaurant, man, and they didn't really have truck parking. You can only bobtail park there. But bro, they had like some of the greatest chicken fried steak I have ever freaking had, man. I'm gonna look that place up because I can't remember. And it was I know they're still in business. God, that place is fucking good.
Was it inside the Loop?
No, it was a standalone place. It looked like a house, man. Like it looked like a fucking house.
Okay. I'm trying to think of where's the night yard at in Indy?
I'm about to look it up right now. It was near the National Guard base in Indianapolis, because I remember when you came in, you used to go to the light right at the National Guard base, and you made a fucking left, and they were right around the corner from National Guard base. I'm gonna look it up, dude.
That sounds like Joe's Truck Stop.
No, it wasn't a truck stop, dude. It was a standalone restaurant. I'm serious. It would look like a house. It was in the middle of a fucking neighborhood, man. Crazy. I'm going to look this place up. I thought maybe y'all would know what it is since, apparently y'all go through Indiana or whatever enough, or Indianapolis enough. I'm going to look that shit up. That stuff was so good, man. God, it was so good.
Still there? I ducked that. Yeah. You figured out yet?
No, I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna find it, bro. Because I'm gonna tell you about it because it was good, man. Like seriously, it was super fucking good.
Probably closed.
What?
It's been a long time since you drove, so they're probably closed.
Probably not.
They've been open for a long ass time. Like they were open 20, 30 years before I ever heard of it, man. Like an old head told me about it, man. A buddy of mine, Scott Robertson, he told me about that show.
Do you guys mostly stay at from it sounds like how you've driven, or most of the locations you're referring to seems like down south, Midwest, East Coast, and stuff like that. Do you guys ever go to the West Coast or anything like that?
No, I love the West Coast.
There ain't nothing in California worth going for.
Wow.
That's a lie.
I occasionally pull a load. I have a guy that goes out that way. Maybe we'll do one load a week or one load every other week.
Yeah.
I move about 15,000 loads out of California a year.
Really?
I got to get hold of you when I get stuck out there, man.
Yeah, the loads going out pay. Well, the loads going out now don't even pay that good, but the loads coming back pay even worse.
Yeah, I prefer
Yeah,
just
it
going to
depends.
Oregon and Washington.
Yeah, up in
Yeah,
Oregon,
that's
Washington, you can get a decent load back at least.
yeah, I agree.
And
That's
there's some good places out in Oregon and Washington to stop.
Nevada has pretty decent freight.
If you get on the cartel load boards, you can get some good stuff out of Calexico.
oh my
Shit.
gosh.
Fucking in there.
We don't know what you're talking about.
Taking them outbound sugar loads from Juarez. Big bucks.
That booger sugar.
Dude, that's cash on the barrel, man.
Oh, we are so no longer going to be able to stream to LinkedIn.
Yeah.
All right.
Nobody,
Haven't brought us down yet.
nobody's using their real names.
Well, me and Pedro are on a different we're on a different channel here, so
Yeah.
Dang it.
Hey, you know,
Just for disclaimer purposes, it's like at the end of a Hollywood movie, all conversations are coincidental. There's no implication or any express view of everything, and it's all just in hypothetical scenarios that doesn't exist, and we don't know what's going on.
see, Dustin,
thank you,
seriously-
Canadian lawyer justice. Or,
Hey, I ain't no
Dustin
lawyer,
is.
number one.
You are
Yeah.
a lawyer?
No, I said I'm not a lawyer.
Oh,
Hey, Hunter, we
No,
have to get Dustin or Matt Leffler to like record our disclaimer. You know what I mean? Like,
100%. Matthew.
Here's a disclaimer on top of a disclaimer. I'm not your lawyer. It's not legal advice. If you need professional legal advice, consult your lawyer. But I can send you a disclaimer for you to review with the lawyer.
Dustin's
Or
that when you call like your doctor's office, they go, if this is an emergency, please hang up and dial 911.
Always.
I love those fucking things. Like, man, that's how stupid we are. Like, who calls the fucking pediatrics department? You know what I mean?
I-
For an emergency.
Someone sued someone.
You'd be surprised. Yeah, I was gonna say,
Yeah,
Pedro.
it's really sad that you gotta like do that, because like what would just be like normal conversation and stuff like that you actually have to do that because of the just how incompetent some people are, and or just lack of awareness or whatever the situation is. It's a kind of sad sometimes.
Well,
It's
go
like
back to
putting
the
Braille
beginning of
on
our
the,
conversation.
It's like putting
As I say, George Carlin had a bit about disclaimers and warnings, reminding you that everyone was there because someone did something.
I remember that one. I remember exactly what you're talking about, dude. Yes.
I haven't seen that one, but George Carlin's one of my favorite comedians.
George Carlin is the GOAT, man.
Yeah,
Like,
he
that
was
guy
ahead of his time.
He what, dude? There's literally people that I see posted now on social media old clips of him talking about things back then and saying like this guy saw 30, 40 years into the future because everything he says is like exactly the way things are.
Yeah.
It's absolutely crazy.
The 1970s, they told you how to set the gap on your spark plugs and how to set your valves. Today, they tell you don't drink the coolant, don't drink the liquid in the battery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
It's harmful, and if you do, dial 911.
I know, Daniel, it's funny, brother. I have seen there's someone. He's a big car guy. I wish I could remember what his name is, or he has a big car channel. But he did that. He posted a funny reel of him showing the owner's manual from like a 1950 something car, and it told you how to like take apart the fucking engine and set the timing, and then in the new one. In the new one, it doesn't even tell you how to change the headlights. He's like, between this time span, we have lost all fucking hope in humanity to even change light bulbs. You know what I mean?
Do not take a shower and use your hair dryer in it. It could cause harmful.
Yeah.
It could be harmful from electrocution. Could cause death.
My favorite ones are always on like shit that it's obvious you shouldn't do, like bottles of chemicals. Please do not ingest. You don't fucking say. You know what I mean? Or like in a gas pump. You know what I mean? It's like, do not light a lighter or smoke a cigarette. Really? I wouldn't have thought that'd be an issue. You know what I mean? Like, oh my god, man.
Don't
my
your phone at the gas pump.
The only one I don't believe in at the gas pump is a cell phone thing. That's the only one I don't believe in. But the rest of it. All right. Hey, I want to ask y'all something. I've been pondering on this, and someone had brought the Eclipse up earlier, and I tried looking for some cool little thing to talk about the Eclipse, but I couldn't. So I found out today that I have 2 receivers that are closed on Monday for the fucking Eclipse. Like, all our schools down here are shut down. Are any of y'all like experiencing anything out there? Are any of y'all not able to pick up loads or any of that stuff? Over coming into Monday or whatever. Like, I just want to know
Well,
maybe just one of a few.
Well, the load that I ended up not getting yesterday actually dropped in Little Rock and Carrollton. And I asked that exact question. Are they going to be open on Monday? And the guy's like, I think so. I said, well, they're both in the path of the Eclipse. That's why I'm asking.
They're shutting down the way station so the truck drivers can pull over and enjoy 4 minutes.
Oh, thank you so much.
I did.
Oh.
I saw 2 articles. I saw 2 articles actually about that. That I think it was Indiana and another state that they're actually doing that. They're shutting down the way stations for the day, and so they can provide safe haven parking for truckers and stuff that don't want to be on the roads that day, or whatever the case may be. So,
Because all us truck drivers are going to park right in the middle of the road and go, "Oh, look at that! The sun went away."
I don't know. I wonder. I mean, down here, like yesterday, they literally declared a state of emergency. Like, they're saying our population is going to well over double over the weekend and coming into Monday. And I say that, like, if you've ever traveled I-35 on a fucking Friday or a Sunday, it's a shit show, man. And so I could imagine how it's going to be with the influx of all those people into here, Arkansas, Illinois, Indiana, like all these places that the freaking eclipse is going to happen. I really wondered if it was going to affect stuff, man. You know what I mean? Like, are our drivers going to ask for higher rates on that day? Are people going to stay parked? Are shippers going to stay closed? And
it's probably too late if they haven't already.
Well, and
I ask for higher rates every goddamn day, so it doesn't really matter. But
that's right, Keith. You fucking tell them.
95 is fucked up today. That's why I'm parked early. Well, I only had an hour and 26 minutes to go 160 miles, and I was like, well, fuck it, I'm just pulling over. I'm sick of this shit, because 95 out of Georgia, it was a clusterfuck. Hauling ass, slow down to a stop. Hauling ass, slow down to a stop. Okay, once we get in South Carolina, it'll be better. Nope, it wasn't. Hauling ass, slow down to a stop. And you know what the problem was? Absolutely fucking nothing. No wrecks, no cops, no nothing.
So I just want to point out, I know some of y'all weren't paying attention or couldn't see or whatever, but I just want to tell y'all this. When Keith was talking about how long he had left on his clock, he looked on at his wrist and he doesn't have a watch. I'm sorry to fuck with you. I know. I'm sorry to fuck with you, Keith. Like, you did that, you're like, oh my God, for 26 minutes. I was like, ain't fucking nothing there.
Is that a watch or a sundial?
Count my wrinkles to tell how much time I have left on my clock.
Oh man, that's funny shit, man. And I mean, I don't know about y'all, but I went and bought all the fucking toilet paper that I could stuff in my garage for the weekend. Just want y'all to know that. If anything happens, I want to be able to wipe with some quality 2-ply.
Are you guys that genuinely interested in like the eclipse? Like, do you really want to see it? Like, is that a big thing to you guys? Or
I mean, I'm going to watch. I'm not going to stop my day for it. I mean, here's the craziness. Here's the craziness of it, though. The whole thing only lasts a fucking hour. Like the whole thing lasts 1 hour. I'm not saying that it's not a big deal, man. You know what I mean? They don't happen, every other day or every year, every few years or whatever, but I don't know. I just don't get it. I mean, it's cool. I mean, I'm going to go buy the little glasses and shit to watch it.
Yeah.
I'll sit outside and watch it, but I'm not
Why?
pay for it.
You'd be better off going to Harbor Freight and getting yourself a pair of welder's masks. You gonna trust them little fucking stupid ass paper glasses?
Yeah, no, I am actually, and this is how much of a geek I am, bro. I watched a 1 minute video on how to spot fake Eclipse glasses. If y'all didn't know, China sent over a bunch of fake Eclipse viewing glasses. I'm serious as shit. Serious
Of course, don't doubt it.
Of course they did, motherfuckers.
It's a heart attack. That's how much of a loser I am.
No, you're not being a loser because like, whenever there's always like a popular event, everybody always wants to like purchase it for whatever the hype is and things like that. We had the same thing here in Ontario where certain like counties, municipalities, cities and stuff like that were giving out like approved glasses that were approved by either like the public health officer or like optometrists, like eye doctors, on saying like these are actually certified because of those reasons.
You get a Harbor Freight and buy a set of welding goggles for
Yeah.
fuck. They'll protect you way more.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's amazing and it's cool that everybody wants to celebrate it and things like that. But like, I've also heard that like, like, oh, it's the eclipse happening in North America. But if you travel to like certain parts of the world and stuff, you can see an eclipse like certain times of the year, in different parts of the year. So, for me personally, I just don't see the big hype. Obviously I want to see it, but like you got states of emergency, some don't care, some do. It's like, I don't know.
I want to see it. I mean, it's not this big deal, but I don't know. I think stuff like that's cool, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, how many times in your lifetime are you going to see, Halley's Comet? I mean, we all just saw it a few years ago. You're never going to see it again.
Of course.
Eclipse. I mean, how many times in your lifetime are you going to see something like that? I mean, I don't know. It's deep, but I'm just interested in the way things work. I say it all the time. I'm a geek about how things work.
Absolutely.
The universe is the biggest mystery out there. Like Hunter's into like the space stuff, man, rockets and shit like that too.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, well, I mean, if we're gonna be real about it, dude, we know more about space than we do our own ocean.
That's true. That's
so like,
yeah, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
I think space is very interesting. It is the final frontier, if they want to call it that. But I mean, it is cool. I think it's getting blown out of proportion. We got a lot of skeptical people out here thinking. I mean, I saw a picture the other day of someone took a picture of a gas pump, and on the gas pump it said, "Make sure you're prepared, fill up, and grab drinks and snacks." And they're like, "What's really happening here? What's going on?"
Yes.
And in my mind, I'm like, you're gonna be in a spot where hundreds of thousands of people potentially are gonna be traveling. So like, if you're stuck in the middle of that, you might run out of gas. You're probably gonna get a little hungry. You're probably gonna get a little thirsty along the way. Nothing more, nothing less. It is the moon and the sun passing each other in perfect, in a perfect line.
Yeah.
No way. What? While everyone's looking up at the eclipse, I'm siphoning their gas and stealing their snacks. I'm not going to be hungry.
Well, thanks for exposing our next plan as the henchman, but they can't.
He's an independent operator. We're excluded from that basis.
Well, all of us in here are old enough to have seen the last eclipse, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I've actually never seen one. I was still in college the last time one came around, and it was up here in Nashville. But I mean,
I'm sure there's one on YouTube.
Yeah, that works.
Sun got blocked out. It was a beautiful day in Tennessee. I was in Tennessee and blocked out.
When I was in elementary school, they wouldn't let us go out to see it. They kept us inside. They wouldn't let us go out.
Alec, I'm gonna bring the entire logistics lounge into the meeting. Is that okay? You let me know if that's okay. We'll all join. We'll all join our hands-on meeting. I'll ask Kyle. I bet Kyle will be okay with it.
Keith gets very hands-on.
I can tell you another thing that's going to happen during the eclipse. You want to get with a group of people And during the eclipse, the reptilians will not be able to hide, so you'll know who your friends are that are reptilians.
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
Lord
Dude,
Jesus!
all my homies are reptilians.
Where's my tinfoil hat?
Hey, call
AD, I
Sage.
told you yesterday to stock
Hey,
up on tinfoil. What do you mean?
dude, just call Sage. He has the Eclipse protection headgear. Comes in 2 colors: brown paper bag or tinfoil. Just call him up. He'll hook you up, man.
I swear
I'm
to God,
taking the
there's been
ostrich
so
route.
much
I've already got my
conspiracy.
whole. I've already got my hole dug in the back. Okay, I bought a sandbox and a shovel, and I'll be all right. Okay, they can't get me if my head's in the sand. All right.
Hunter said, as long as I can protect my duck farm.
The next time I come on the lounge, I'm gonna have me a big tinfoil hat on.
You
I
should.
swear to God, there's so much conspiracy
Dude,
nowadays.
I'd be so
drives
down
me
to do
insane.
that.
It's gonna be like it's gonna be
Hey,
huge. I'm gonna.
hey, no, we'll do it. We'll do an X exclusive. We won't do it on anything else but X, and we'll just
On
see
Monday.
what kind of bozos we
Oh
can get
my
on there.
gosh.
On Monday,
One
yeah.
Friday.
People eat that up. Like I can, I get a headache thinking about that stuff because people will literally come up with anything. And look at this. What about that? Did you know this? It's like,
Dustin, if you were on
speculation.
X,
I
I
thought
would
Wall
send you
Street was bad.
all. I would send you all the flat Earth people because
Oh,
it is.
you know what? Don't even. I don't even
fantastic.
want to hear it. I don't even want to hear it because I was on X. I remade an account to get
Look,
back on there.
look.
Hold on,
There we go.
You know what? Okay. Okay, I'm not even going to say anything because, like,
Reptilian.
I have a. How did I get that hat so fast?
He looks like a cone head right now, actually. Do you remember that movie? Is that a Dan Aykroyd movie?
Dude, that was
Yeah.
a great movie, bro. Oh, the Coneheads. That shit was so
I just
good.
happened to be standing in the kitchen when you guys said that, so I was like, "Well, hell, I'll
Thank
just walk
you. I needed
over and
that.
put it
that's what I
together."
would say too. So, all right. So Daniel's prepared for the deep state.
One Friday, we all need to wear tinfoil hats and just have a conspiracy show. Just all talk
Yeah.
about the crazy.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Yeah.
Sir, it's not a conspiracy, but it's true.
Wait, when's the eclipse happening?
Daniel's going to take that aluminum foil off his head and wrap a set of ribs in there and barbecue them.
Wait, is the eclipse happening Monday or Tuesday?
Monday.
Oh, perfect. We all have time to get some tinfoil. We'll do it Monday.
And guess what? Everybody but bought Airbnbs. Well, the path has changed, so they're going to be fucked.
Dude, hey, you talk about that. I know. I have one of my neighbors owns an Airbnb, and my brother owns a couple, man, and they're charging more. And I've read about people that have charged up to $3,000 just for Sunday and Monday for fucking people to rent an Airbnb. Absolutely crazy. And I'm not talking about big ones. I mean, just regular house or whatever it is, like $3,000 fucking dollars, man.
That's what happens after deregulation.
Oh, Jesus. No.
Those aren't
That was too far.
They're not
Where's the
transparent.
B&B transparency at?
Yeah, we need Airbnb transparency. What the fuck?
All right.
Don't get me on that.
I'll call
to
Steven
do
New York first thing in the morning.
Actually, I won't say that.
I had a guy in my Facebook group today, man, like started going off on that shit, telling me it's the number one concern. And I asked him if he was a part of the association we shall not name, and he never replied. I'm serious. I replied to him. I said, "Are you with?" and put the acronym, and he never replied.
Well, probably doesn't want to be tagged in such things.
Was he super concerned about his convenience fee?
No, I don't.
Christ, Neil.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Can't forget about the admin fee, the tinfoil fee, which is no joke. That is huge overhead, okay?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Have you seen the price of tinfoil in the stores? You ain't kidding. That's a high dollar fee.
That's because they do not want you making your Faraday cages.
Well,
They do not want you protecting.
I mean, if anybody knows about the price of tinfoil, it would be Daniel. Okay, I'm just saying it. Look, I didn't see him hop out for about 3 seconds. So I mean that.
I'm waiting for Daniel's wife to come over and yank that shit off his head.
there's our buddy right now. Oh, redneck. If you want to join, let us know, brother. We'll shoot you a link. You can hop on and say what's up, man.
Hey, I always hear you guys talk about Redneck Trucker. Is obviously he's a trucker. Is he? Tell me some more about him.
He's a redneck trucker, bro. I mean, that's really all
Puerto
there is.
Rican. He's
I
Puerto
mean,
Rican.
Self-explanatory.
You can't get more. I don't know if we should call him redneck trucker or hillbilly trucker.
I know, right? Really. Seriously.
I mean,
Well, if you want to know more, you have to check out his OnlyFans page.
I'm not interested in that.
I don't know
I'll
if I'd want to
pass.
see his OnlyFans page. I mean, I know him personally. I've been to his house a couple of times. I mean, yeah, I don't
Well, that's
know if I
not
would want to see his OnlyFans page.
The only fan that I got in my house is the one that's in my air conditioner.
Butt up bump. That was
He must
Dustin's
not be
dad joke of the day.
He must not be the same redneck trucker that's on X.
I'm not sure.
I don't believe he is.
Okay.
Okay, the redneck trucker we're talking about is on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube.
Grinder.
So the other one is just a redneck trucker, not the redneck trucker.
Exactly.
JB.
That shit was funny. I know he said grinder. That was funny.
JB knows too much.
You paused too long.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I get his analytics sent to me about at least once a week. He sends me his analytics on shit that he's doing and what he's getting. He's all about analytics. Yeah. The true redneck trucker is all about it.
He's a cool guy, man. He's one of those ones. Can't wait to meet him in person and shit, man. You know, it was funny. He was saying the other day when he was asked, he asked if we knew where he was, and he said he was at the Bull Snot headquarters, and then the next day, Van posted that video of him and shit. He said he just reached 3.2 million on Instagram.
Jesus, redneck.
Good Lord.
Hey, redneck, go follow logistics.lounge
Congratulations.
on IG.
So to acquire 3.2 million followers, how long did it take you to get that much on your platform?
Just a couple paychecks from what I've been told.
Depends on how many
It
chickens
took him about 3 months. He's only been doing that redneck trucker for about 3 months.
Yeah, but he's the best.
Really?
I mean, I found out about him so when we had Van Brown on the show, I was just looking into Bull Snot and kind of what he did because obviously, I don't know, Van's a wild guy. He's got his hands into shit that I would love to have my hands in, and fucking redneck trucker is his fucking media guy. Like,
Yeah.
he puts him all over the place.
Oh crap! It didn't go through.
A lot of Van's ads are done by the redneck trucker. A lot of his ads are done by redneck. He puts them together for him.
Yep. So between that and being just a good old boy.
To be honest with you, redneck trucker, Steve could actually get into marketing. I mean, he's good enough he'd be a pretty damn good marketing guy, but
He is. I mean, he already is, dude. He's like
Yeah.
indie trucker. It's like,
But-
I want to be a media guy. And it's like, dude, what are you talking about? You are. You're just a.
he's just a free guy. He's doing it for free.
Hold on, redneck. For some reason, I posted it on YouTube, but it didn't put it in the comments. I just
I
DM'd
just
it
put it
to
in the
you on
comments.
Yeah. He needs to quit being quit being a slut and start being a whore. Is what he needs to do.
Daniel, explain the difference.
A slut sleeps with everybody for free. A whore actually gets paid.
But is he afraid to come on here or something?
No, he's been on here many times. We can send him a link right now.
Facebook.
Last time he was on here, he was in a fucking F-16 or something.
Logistics Lounge business advice brought to you by Daniel. That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
What kind of equipment does he haul?
The
What kind
opinions,
of equipment does he operate?
Open deck.
hold on,
Open deck
disclaimer.
flat.
Nice.
The opinions, comments, and statements of those on the show are not reflective of the Logistics Lounge.
Yeah,
Or the sponsors of Logistics Lounge. Everything is completely separated, independently owned. It doesn't not affiliated.
No, our sponsors watch the show. They don't care what we do.
No, I was just making a joke. It's the Logistics Lounge. It's Freestyle Friday.
Yeah.
That's right.
I mean, dude, that's how it's been, man. It's like
No, that's great when you
there's
got
no
good supporters like that,
expectations.
you
So
know?
if it gets any worse, then that would be, I don't know, that would be like a creation to man across the board.
You know the one thing that I like about this show is that at least we're being like realistic. It's not like it's scripted where everything's got to be so polished and you got to have your adjectives, adverbs, nouns, and all of this stuff all structured and grammatically correct. It's like, you know, this is how we talk in the logistics transportation industry. Like, you know, like if people can't accept it, then don't join. Like, it's not like we're trying to offend people. To be in this industry, you got to have really thick skin.
What's an adjective and what's a noun?
I don't even know.
They're the same, dude.
I don't know what the hell he was just talking about.
Hey, they're the same. It's called fuck.
Yeah. Quit school in the fourth grade to support his wife and kids.
Only thing I heard was he didn't say any swear words, so that's not lined up with the trucking industry.
Yeah, Pedro and Hunter were that worried about it. None of us would be talking. They'd have us all muted right now.
If y'all say something, then you know we'll say something. The only thing you can't talk about on here is politics and religion, unless it is related to the exact context of what's being talked about. And even then, you know, we just got to keep it limited. So and no, you know, we I ain't gonna lie, we try to keep it as semi PC as we can because we want everybody to chill and have fun. But you know,
I don't know. It's more.
How would we get on here and
lounge,
talk?
it's more lounge, correct? More LC, not PC. Yeah, Dustin knows about the LC. Going to the old LC.
Yeah, it was a joke. But yeah, just no.
Pedro, you sound like a Biden supporter.
No disrespecting, you know, women or stuff like that. That's about
Pedro is a closet Biden supporter, but
Wait, whoa, hold up! Y'all believe women should vote? What is wrong with you guys?
What do you think this is?
Okay, I'm not even getting involved with this conversation.
That's right, JB. Bring that shit back.
You mean I gotta let my wife out of the closet when I come home? What the hell?
They make bad decisions.
Hunter, kick Pedro out if he's a Biden supporter.
Shit.
I don't support anybody.
It was sarcasm, dude. It was sarcasm.
I know
we are all bipartisan here.
I know it was.
You show him the green. That shit talks, right, Pedro?
Dude, hey, I'll tell you. I mean, I'm not. We're not
What
going to
green?
The only thing
money.
The only thing I care about.
Good point.
The only thing I care about in this country and what should be everyone's priority is the economy. I don't give a fuck what side you're on. If you can prove to me that
I totally agree.
If you're going to make the economy better, I'll vote for you. I don't give a
and NASCAR and football and
NASCAR. But anyway, we're going to get politics. We're not going to do that. So that's one thing I care about is the economy. That's it.
That's right, brother.
In case anybody didn't know, or if there's any truckers out on the East Coast and everything like that, the FMCSA just implemented a waiver for, I believe, on-duty time and stuff like that while they're repairing the bridge.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah, I saw that today.
Well, wait a second. What about keeping us safe?
Look, this whole Boston
Only
deal,
when it's convenient for them.
I think Boston's going to go through or not Boston, but Baltimore's going to go through a little transformation here because I did see a video a few days before about Baltimore's educational system, and they have the worst schools in the United States and some of the highest crime in America. So you're going to cut out all kinds of jobs like that. Sounds like a good way to push people out and kind of.
They make the South Side Chicago look like fucking safe as hell, dude.
I was in the Army.
Bro, that's South Side Chicago is not that bad.
Come on now.
In the daylight.
When was the last time you been there, Hunter?
When I was in the Army,
I don't know, about 10 times. About 10 times.
He was from Baltimore.
Let's go to my old neighborhood, Logistics Lounge Live one day. Sorry, Pedro.
I will. I will, bro.
I'm
I have
serious.
no problem.
Let's
I
go.
straight up will.
Where's
I
your
would
old
totally
neighborhood?
love that. West
Where's
Side
your old
Chicago, Austin, West
Yeah.
Temple.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
I used to when I was doing flatbed heavy before I got out of it. I used to do the south side all the time, like 95th and Ewington over there by the lake, and then once in a while I'd get over there to 95th and Stony every day. That was 95th and Stony was the way in. Once in a while we'd have to go to another steel shop up there on 51st in California. That's a good place to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever had confusion with
Redneck? What's up?
There he is.
I like the hat.
Huh? Thank you. That's a custom made bull right there.
He's kind of mad at me right now. I'm supposed to be at his house,
Yeah,
but he got
I'm
that
mad at
load
him.
at his house right now.
He didn't want to come to my house. That's what it was.
That's not true.
Hey, I got a question for you
Uh-huh.
guys. Do you guys ever get confused when people refer to Louisiana as LA compared to like Los Angeles, LA?
I don't know. I just call it the boot.
He's from Alabama.
Hey, you could have tried something at my sample. You see.
He's got crap coverage out there.
Oh, it's horrible at his house. His house is horrible. He's got like zero.
He
He's
needs
got
to
to go
get those two
outside.
hamsters with tinfoil running.
Is he in Alabama?
Yeah, he's in Bama. He's in Northwest Bama.
You need to take the baseball cap off and trade it for Daniel's fucking hat.
The signal at his house sucks. Are you in the truck?
I'm over at Dad's now.
Oh, you're at your
No,
dad's?
I'm up here at Dad's.
Oh.
They got Wi-Fi.
Beautiful
Wi-Fi
house.
slow today for some reason.
What are you doing out there in the? Oh, you're in the house. Okay.
He's skipping like crazy.
No, I'm outside on the front porch.
Does your daddy got Wi-Fi?
Wait a minute,
Your daddy.
We're going there. Hold on. Hang on.
That or go to your brother's
Hey, bud.
house and get his Wi-Fi.
Do what?
You might have to go to your brother's house and get on his Wi-Fi.
I don't know. Might have to. I don't know. Is that any better?
That's better.
What y'all doing?
What's up, Redneck?
We were
About
just
2
hanging
inches.
out waiting for you, brother. Are you home for the weekend or for a longer stay?
I come home and tomorrow I gotta go to Mississippi and preach at a men's conference.
Okay.
And I'll be back home Sunday and I'll leave out Monday to go to Virginia.
Nice.
Daniel was gonna go with me over there to drive back Saturday night, but no.
I'm that way too. I'm like, man, hey, if I could drive home, if something ends in enough time for me to drive home, I'm going to drive home. I don't like staying away from my fucking house.
What's that broker? What's that broker packet
It's
system? All you
3.5
brokers,
hours from the house.
MS or TRMS or whatever it is.
What'd you say, Daniel?
What's that broker packet thing that you guys all use? All you guys use?
My carrier packet.
I think we use RMIS. Is who?
Yeah. Yeah.
RMIS is really good.
Well, there was one of them that was just all jacked up yesterday. Wouldn't let my W-9 go through. By the time it went through, the guy had already had to put the load on somebody else, and I lost the load. So now I'm not down there at Steve-O's. I'm sitting at the house still.
I don't know, man. I mean, I was able to book loads yesterday and got people set up. So, I mean, I don't know. Could have been RMIS. Maybe when I did it, they just wasn't an issue.
Did the earthquake impact anybody's operations today, or did you hear more like on the ground information for like as far as like disruptions for transportation?
Absolutely. Didn't you hear?
Yeah, but I try not to pay attention to the news because, like, I'm busy doing a lot of other stuff. So, like, I hear little bits and pieces of it. So that's why I'm asking the question to kind of get, further details.
You know what happened, don't you?
All I know is that it was like a 4.8 magnitude.
No, it wasn't an earthquake. It was
No?
Chris Christie falling out of the election.
Oh my
And-
god!
Oh, here we go.
And
Okay,
that idiot up there in New York slipping on a banana peel and slapping her ass on the ground.
I'm not laughing at that in case people were actually affected. That's why I was asking.
Dude, I don't know. I mean, I've never been through an earthquake, but I mean, I don't know. 4.5 really isn't that big of a deal.
Man, when I walk around the house, my shit shakes back.
What was earthquake at?
They made it like it was a big ass fucking deal. It wasn't shit, dude.
Oh,
Get
okay.
it
Yeah, I
2.0.
love how they said this was the biggest earthquake in that region of the century, and I'm like, has there even been a fucking earthquake in that area in the past 100 years? Like,
What are we?
All right, Shannon, maybe it's better.
This is why you can't pay too much attention to the news because they take, like 1 inch and it's like, oh, it's 100 miles. It's like, like sometimes the exaggeration is just like you got to take it with a grain of salt until you can actually verify and do your own research, I guess.
yeah, they're just trying to keep attention on America. You saw Thailand with a 7.5 earthquake, and we're like, oh no, but we have an eclipse coming, so we need an earthquake. And now the earthquake was caused by the eclipse, and the aliens are taking over.
It is so funny you said that, Hunter.
Because they're expecting a tsunami from this fucking
I mean,
earth.
it's funny that it's happening on an election year, if you ask me. Okay, just how so happened to be having a huge eclipse come through on an election year. Been worked for a long
Gotta
time.
blind everybody so they can't vote.
New York and New Jersey is going to have a tsunami, a 3-foot tsunami.
Oh wow, yeah.
Fucking earthquake.
No, they were expecting it because the shoreline was pulling away, which it looked like it was really just in low tide. Like the shore had only pulled back like 20 feet, and then nothing happened. They evacuated like the entirety of that one spot in Japan. Nothing happened. But I'm glad they have precautions for that now because these tsunamis really do.
It's funny you brought.
0.9 ain't going to do shit. Going to put a light chop on the water.
There were people saying that the earthquake was caused by the aligning of the sun and the moon, like the start of the eclipse. Like people seriously blamed the earthquake on the eclipse. It's like, man, it's not even happened yet.
I mean, but dude, let's be real here. The tide is controlled by the moon. Like we got El Nino and El Nina, and like that's just the way it works. But yeah, a huge earthquake though will cause a tsunami. But I don't believe that.
I know that. I'm just talking about the earthquake period.
Oh yeah, no, that's silly. That's silly. The moon's in the same spot it's always been. It's just that the moon's gonna move in front of the sun for just a little bit of time. So it's
that not only are the tides controlled by the moon, but women's periods are controlled by the moon.
All right.
We pull up the moon, women they won't have their periods every 30 fucking days.
Moving on from that conversation.
sounds like Keith is manspreading right now. We're not all aligned yet. We need you in here more so we can be on the same.
You know what? I can already see what's going to happen now. They're going to start hashtagging mansplaining and stuff. Let's not do this. Let's not do this.
We're going to be here on Monday for the Eclipse show at each other's throats. Because of the moon.
Because Venus is in retrograde with Pluto.
Oh my gosh.
We're in the house of Aquarius. We're in
the
age of Aquarius.
Can you? Hey, can you? We gotta look up like some astrology channels somehow. Like I bet you all the astrological people are like losing their fucking minds.
Dude, I'm telling you, go on some of these flat Earth spaces. You're gonna see that the eclipse isn't even real.
I'm serious, man. These people are losing. They're probably losing their.
Oh my god,
man!
You better be a prepper. You're gonna die.
Whatever, man. This is all simulation. Logistics doesn't even exist. We just convince ourselves that it's real. All right.
All the Eclipse is a glitch in the matrix. It is a time.
The Eclipse is a car, first of all. Okay.
To be the software
There's way more Eclipse cars on the road than there are in the sky. So I mean, which side are you on here?
Yeah, but what happened? Look what happened to Saturn. Okay.
What happened? Did it float out of the sky? Somebody shoot it down?
The engine blew. That's what happened to Saturn.
No, the engine blew.
Look, this is what everybody's getting all hyped up about. Let me show you real quick.
Did somebody send Saturn back to the repair shop?
Why is everybody getting all crazy over a freaking Mitsubishi Eclipse? Makes zero sense to me.
Hey, how funny, how crazy would it be if this didn't happen on Monday and Mitsubishi dropped the next generation Eclipse?
The ultimate April Fool's.
What if that? What if this whole thing is just a publicity stunt pushed by Mitsubishi?
Hey,
that would be a good
electric.
It sounds like you know. It sounds like you know some insider trading.
That's
look. All I know is I'll be there at the Mitsubishi dealership here in Nashville first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
You guys know that Mitsubishi is owned by the reptilians, right?
Yes.
Oh my god!
Mitsubishi in Antarctican means reptilian, because that's where all the reptilians live, is under Antarctica.
Shit.
Okay.
Okay, Joe.
Okay.
We're done.
Get rid of the only freight hat and go get your tinfoil hat.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wrap. It's gonna be called Only Foil.
Oh, let me guess. The inside of the brim of the hat's coated in tinfoil. You're just trying to blend in.
I'm posting my OnlyFans up here. I got pretty feet.
We'll get you one of the Only Toes hat. You and Corey, Oats and Toes.
Oats and Toes.
I say post it as long as you're not naked on it. Jesus Christ.
Whose idea was it?
Hey,
only hats.
I have been banned for TikTok for nudity before.
We believe it.
I think I'm shadow banned on X right now.
How much money do you make off of that OnlyFans? I'm thinking about getting a truck driver group to do the same shit.
Or how pretty your feet are.
Dustin, what did you say, Dustin?
My question was, whose idea was it to create the only freight hats? It's clever.
Hunter.
That would be myself.
I'm gonna purchase some.
Okay.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, that's really creative.
Yeah, we can talk on the side, because I mean, like for Josh, I made some different designs and changed it up a little bit, because we're trying to go regional with it. You know, like
of
obviously, like the people in Chicago are going to be wearing different style hats that they are here in Texas or here in Tennessee. And
yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, so that's why I was talking to old Brian Talamo. Might get with or not Brian, Steve, but his brother Brian. He built his website for him, but he has a way to where like you can see who, like anybody that comes to your website, you can see what area they're coming from. So it pretty much like shows you their VPN information, not their VPN shit, but like if you're from California, it'll say like someone from California,
demographics and stuff like that.
Yeah, the demographics. So that'll be huge.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
I wanted to get some OnlyFans hats, but I told my wife about it, and it went from 2 to 10.
Well, there you go. There you go, bro.
I ordered 10. Shit.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have the money to buy 10. I got to buy it for all 4 grandchildren.
Yes.
You gotta raise your rates, dude.
Family tradition.
Raise your rates, raise your rates.
I'm going to do some in hot pink and some in fucking neon green for the men, neon green, hot pink for the women, and it's just like, oh, well, wait a second, Mary. I was just going to buy me and you one.
Yeah.
For children.
Hey,
how about these viewers that identify as other things? You got one with a cat on it?
We want, Keith, we want pictures of your grandkids walking into school with an OnlyFans hat on. That shit right
if they get it confiscated, we'll send them 2 more.
Yeah.
On the house, dude. And a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Because that was me as a kid, dude. I used to get all those like bar T-shirts and shit my stepdad would give me, dude. And there was one. It was from fuck, I forget what it's called. It's a restaurant up in Chicago, but it was just like an egg, and it said "just laid." Dude, wore that in like 8th grade. Had to change shirts. They didn't like that.
Oh, shit.
Hey, you know why they hide Easter eggs, don't you?
So
Wow.
Because they don't want anybody to know that the chickens are banging the bunnies.
Oh my
Yeah.
Oh my geez.
there we go.
These statements, comments, and opinions of those.
Oh
on the
my
show.
god! You know what's so funny when people actually watch this episode and they see these disclaimers? Like, hey, that's your due diligence. That's your protection. That is.
Well, that's why in the intro you'll see parental advisory at the bottom right, dude. I put that in like
that
on
is
our
so
third
good.
show. I said
That
this
is
is gonna
so good.
go off a cliff.
Everyone is watching this show and waiting for the talk about logistics to start.
I figured I'd get off and run to the house.
We can always.
I got my wife. She wanted to try my. It won't be coming out. It's gonna be coming out soon. I got my sample in. We're gonna try it, but it won't be long. You might see some redneck chucker, honey mustard, barbecue sauce.
Really? Hey, Redneck, are you serious?
Yep.
Really? Hey, let
Yeah,
me.
I got my sample in today. Huh?
I'm a barbecue sauce connoisseur. Like I probably got like 4 different barbecue sauces right now in my fridge. Like you let me know when you actually start doing it. I'll buy a bottle from you.
That is so smart.
I'll let you know.
Yeah.
Hey, hold on. Before you run, hey, Redneck, you going to big cars or large cars guitars?
Oh, Tony show. Yeah, I gotta go down and help Mountain Man.
Cool. I think I'm gonna be showing up myself, so we'll see you there.
I'll be there, and there. You see me in that old dusty fart with the white hair there. I might be in his booth there too.
That sounds good, man.
All right, Redneck. Hey, you have a good one, brother. Have a good weekend and safe travels going up to your men's conference.
Have a good weekend, Redneck Trucker. It was nice to meet you.
Y'all too. Hey, don't do anything if I wouldn't do, and if you do, don't name it after me.
That's right. Yeah.
Later, brother.
It's on after Redneck.
That guy. He's a good guy. He's so freaking funny. I don't even know how he stumbled upon the show or where we met him, but he is.
It was during Van's show. He just started commenting, and then he just kind of kept tuning in.
Yeah, he's if y'all don't know who Bull Snot is, Redneck is good friends with Van Brown, who owns Bull Snot products. So yeah, you're right.
Okay.
That was when he started commenting and stuff. He's a good guy. I follow him on Facebook, and I'm a part of a couple of his groups and shit. He's absolutely hilarious. And he posted a video of with him and another driver that like he got this driver on TikTok, and now this other driver is like blown up. Like he has got a shit ton of followers, all because Redneck like gave him some advice on social media posting and all this stuff like that. And so yeah, he's a really good guy, man.
You know what? I got to introduce you guys to this girl for TikTok. She is the go-to girl that has all of the analytics. Like I don't even know exactly what she does, but I'm gonna send a DM to you guys and then add her and then follow her and then you can check it out. Like she posts like all kinds of like basically like case studies on people who just randomly join TikTok and then they're on TikTok Shop, and how all of these, you know, like different customers and their audiences just like purchase the products that they're offering and things like that. Like she showed something like last week where they only had like a TikTok account for maybe less than 30 days and they did like $300,000 in product sales within 30 days.
Holy
so
shit.
like,
jeez Louise.
and that's a small number.
That's fucking insane.
Yeah, like I'm telling you, like she is legit. And like what I'm gonna do is, like I'll say, I'll DM you her name for you to follow her and everything like that, and I'll introduce you and then have a conversation. Just not even have a conversation, just even watch some of the analytics of the case studies that she posts. It's insane. And at 300,000, that's a small number, man. Like it's just incredible with the stuff that she has. And like she's worked with I'll just even say it, but like she's worked with like Rihanna and a whole bunch of other celebrities that she's like ghostwritten for. So she's got the credibility behind her, and she's actually comes from a supply chain background for like different fashion brands. So yeah, you'll have to check her out.
That's interesting. Share that shit.
Yep.
Are any
That
of
sounds
these
awesome.
on X?
What's that?
Are any of these people on the girl you're talking about?
Yeah, they might be on X. Like the thing is like I was on X for a little bit, but then it just gets like way too overwhelming and like just like annoying because like then people are like you got like bots posting crypto and you know you got to like try to filter your
Yeah, the crypto people on
like,
there
it's-
have
it
gotten
just-
under my skin.
it gets like I understand freedom of speech, like I'm all supporting that, but like for me, I just like LinkedIn because it's way more professional. You got a little bit of comedy and things like that, and then I connect with kind of like my own audience of logistics professionals, lawyers, insurance brokers, accountants.
Well, that's how that's how X gets.
you
But
know?
I mean, even
Yeah.
LinkedIn, dude. There's like some pages that I've followed for a long time or groups I've been a part of, and it went from being actually beneficial to my business. Whether it be just learning something about a different mode of transportation or like a different commodity to these people out of Indonesia trying to sell, a shit ton of, plastic pellets or like get
Yeah,
you into
absolutely.
Six Sigma, dude. If I see anytime I see a Six Sigma advertisement, I unfollow. It's
That's
so
LinkedIn,
annoying.
dog.
It's like,
Yeah.
I hate that shit. I hate it. But yeah, like X is getting the same way. Someone makes a big post and it's popping off. And now for some reason it shows just different posts from different people, videos that people just try to spam out there and, clickbait. And same with, the crypto stuff, the crypto people and the political people that like, they're just
I can't
rampant on there.
I can't keep up with it. Like it's just like I don't want to like check out any of that content. I'm not interested. That's why on LinkedIn I have like my privacy settings to the maximum highest capacity because I don't let nobody follow me. If you want to add me, I'm checking out your profile. If we don't align, I'm blocking you. Like I have very minimal followers. Like I have a small amount of connections. I prefer quality connections over quantity.
Yeah.
That's just me, to each their own.
I don't know. I like casting the net. It does take time though, because like my
Yeah, of
LinkedIn,
course.
I got pretty serious about it in the past year, and like if there's something on there that I don't care about, or for some reason I'm getting all these notifications for this person, I'll just go in there and change the settings and like mute that person.
Yeah, of course.
Same with on X. Like if there's like these spaces or different types of news and stuff that's popping up that I don't give a shit about, I'll just go on there, click those little 3 dots, and say I don't care about this.
Yeah, I'll give you a perfect example on like and yeah, absolutely, I agree. Personally, for me, it's because I had truck drivers or carriers trying to follow me, and then when I would type in their MC, I'm like, okay, this doesn't exist, and then I message them, I'm like, hey, bro, I'm like, what's your MC number? And they're like, oh man, I'm so sorry, I don't actually have an MC number. I'm just trying to get in the trucking industry to learn the game. I'm like, bro, you need to have an MC if you're trying to be a fucking truck driver and shit like that.
Yeah,
I'm like,
I mean that was a big thing on Facebook. That's why we don't use Facebook anymore.
And then the worst part, I had a guy that fucking added me, and he had a fucking publication in a fucking, I'm not even going to say where because I'm just getting like, oh. And then anyways, I looked at his advertisement, and he's like, oh yeah, Dustin, love to connect with you, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, cool. Like, it seemed legit and everything like that. And then when I checked his background and stuff like that, he's advertising that he's CT PAT certified, and he's not even a fucking freight broker. So I'm like, bro, you can't fucking say that you're CT PAT when you don't have that shit. Like, I'm not even gonna get into the fucking like that is fucked. You can't do that shit. Like, don't promote that bullshit, bro. Because like that's a high level security clearance that you're moving freight for, and like don't. It's a mistake. I'm like, that's not a mistake. That's false misrepresentation, and people like you in our industry don't belong here. I was like, take it down. And
hold on.
I deleted it. Anyways,
Dustin, are you connected with Dale Prax?
Yeah, I've
Steven Tittle.
Yeah, I pay attention.
Okay, so
they're fantastic.
So Steven has this thing called Freight School, or Freight School. That's right. Yeah, Freight School. Let me pull it up right now. Actually, give him a little plug.
That
real
place
quick.
is super cool, Dustin. We'll if
I'll check it out.
Yeah, if you want to be involved with it, Hunter and I'll get you hooked up with. If you're following Steven Tittle, This is his thing, man. It's got some cool.
Yeah.
apps
So
on there.
Freight School, I mean, you can see right here. I mean, Bill Robinson's the top of the leaderboard. Stephen
Oh,
or Steve Hunt, I don't
that's
know
easy.
him. Jeff Dickinson. So it's really people like you're talking about that you would be connected with on LinkedIn
Yeah.
that are industry experts that don't shoot any bullshit. They're still cool guys and gals that talk the same language we do, but it's
Yeah.
eliminated shuffling through the shit. And Dale Prax is actually working on a similar platform. So it's
Oh.
this one's more of like a forum, the Freight School is, but what Dale's working on is more of a not so much social media platform, but it's more of it has more of that flow of it. So you
Yeah,
have to go
absolutely.
through, you have to like identify like who you are and like prove that you actually work in the industry. So it's really just getting all the shit out of the way so
Yeah.
you can be connected with the people that you want to be connected with in logistics. Because like on LinkedIn, there is a great opportunity to learn and find new people and find customers. Hopefully, whether you're broker, driver, shipper, whatever, like it's good stuff. So I don't think Dale's launched his platform yet. I know he's sent it to me before. I need to get on that, but yeah, there's other things out there because I mean, Facebook used to be great
I'm not
until
on
we
it.
got hacked, and even like Rob runs this huge group over there with like 43,000 people. I'm a moderator on it, and it's like, dude, the hey, let me sell you a logo. Let me
Oh,
sell you or buy your MC number. Like, dude, just so much shit posting that has nothing to do with anything. Everybody's just tossing their freaking eggs in the basket and like hoping that somebody doesn't read into it, or you get that desperate broker that just started up his own thing, has never been a broker a day in his life or even worked in the industry, and then they get duped. They
yeah.
get duped,
You,
and
it's
it's
one of
terrible.
those things like, you know what? If Facebook, this is what I've been told. One of two things is there's nothing wrong with Facebook and Instagram if that's what you do and that's your platform. Go to where your audience is. But it's like a good friend of mine said on LinkedIn. He's like, Dustin, he's like, Facebook and Instagram is the backyard barbecue where all the friends hang out, and LinkedIn is the golf course where all the billion-dollar deals are broken.
See, that's how I see
Or
X.
brokered, I mean. And then
That's
I'm like,
how
you
I
know what?
see
That's
X.
actually true. And with my LinkedIn, like I have it so privatized, and like the algorithm's like perfect because they know that I don't want to leave the platform. So like all of my feed is like top notch stuff, like like talking about transportation, insurance liability. Like I'll give you an example. Like one of the like really great things that I learned this week is like for the I want to say this respectfully because I don't always know the name of it. I don't want to call it the Baltimore Bridge, but like is it the Scott Francis Bridge in like Maryland? Whatever the actual name is, I want to be respectful because I know people in Maryland would appreciate me saying that. But so I made the attempt. But the point of what I'm getting at is there was this lawyer here on LinkedIn that shared with me the petition that I don't know if it was Maersk or whoever the actual owner operator of the vessel when the accident happened, that they showed the petition of what they're trying to limit their liability, or at least start with, is they're trying to say that they're only liable for $44 million for the whole collapse of the bridge. And I'm like, whoa, like, and then people are talking about like the forensic engineering and stuff. So like that's the type of stuff I'm interested in, because at least I can take that value and then take that to customers to like say like, hey, let's try and improve your logistics operations with risk management, because that's what I do, is a lot with the risk management with the supply chain and logistics. So that's like I say, go to each your own. And that's why I really like LinkedIn, because at least my feed is stuff that I'm interested in, and I rarely ever have to mute anybody, because at least if it's somebody that I'm connected with, like the algorithm kind of knows that that's what I'm interested in, or things like that. So like they say, go to where your target audience is.
Yeah, 100%. And like I had to start my LinkedIn back in high school, and for a marketing class I was taking, because I got a business deal when I was in that, and like I always wanted to be in marketing, and I'm glad I didn't,
Yep.
but yeah, like I didn't know what to do on there, and a lot of people I think don't really know how to navigate something like that. You see people with a certain title or all these followers, and boom, next thing you know, you're just flooded with useless information. So
Exactly. And it's to whatever your platform is, that's completely cool. Like, I appreciate personal connections of whatever I'm like having a conversation with. So, like I say, like, go to where your audience is. And, like, I love LinkedIn because of like all the, relationships that you've built. Like, I met you guys, and then like after I met you guys from like last week to like this week, like I've just been bombarded with like conversations of like this and that, and like opportunities that I've never even would have imagined. So like, like this is like all like fantastic to me. So
Dang,
it's like,
dude, you're scraping our bucket. What's going on here? You're not even keeping us in the loop. Hey,
hey, I committed to my word. I came back for a second week. It's all about consistency.
yeah,
Logistics Lounge brokering deals on LinkedIn. Let's go.
Hey, I'm signed up with Wellington. If you got any of that U.S. freight, man, send them to my vans.
Hey, talk to the different divisions there, because like I say, I do my own thing on like different other things that I'm working on, and we got some really big stuff that we're working on. So it's just, like I say, everybody's doing different things, and yeah. So
all right, I'll get you and Chris looped in on an email. We'll see what's shaking.
I had to put my shades on so I could be cool like Josh over there.
I know. It'll be fucking midnight outside, and Josh has some goddamn glasses on.
I'm gonna have to take these bitches off. It's getting dark.
Yeah, Josh and Spud.
Dude,
the king is shade.
I don't know what show it was that I watched. It was some reality show years and years and years and years ago. But there was this character on there that he always wore lokes. I don't know if anyone knows what lokes are, but it didn't matter. Inside, outside, day, night, whatever. And he called them his hater blockers. And I always wondered that whole show. I was like, how the fuck does this guy not fall like every 10 feet? Like, I would be busting my face every fucking time I decided to go and walk somewhere. And every time I see Josh wearing them, I think about that guy. I don't know what show it was, but how's it going, JB? Yeah. Everything good?
Just going, just rolling.
I love them shades, bro. For real, man.
All right, they're cheap ass shades. Ain't nothing fancy.
I just like that style, man. Like that whole fucking, like
that weird ass glare.
Yeah. Well, no, the shape of, man. I can't remember what they're called, but I just like that style of glasses. Those and cycling glasses. I found out that's what they call them, but they're like the big ass pit viper style. You know what I mean? I love those shits too. Those are mine. That's what I do.
Yeah. Hey Hunter, you need to do. You were talking about that merch. I need to buy one of those hats, but you need to do a Lizard Lounge rag in memory of Miles for that lizard rag.
Yeah, actually, speaking of which, they do have an option on the website we use for like a beach towel. I will actually make that right now.
Did you see the email today? We can make phone cases.
Yeah, dude, we can make anything on here.
It's so crazy.
Dude, I can make throw pillows from my couch if I want to.
On-demand shipping.
Oh shit!
Yeah, they're like
on-demand drop shipping.
Bro.
Hey JB, you said that your destination is Ohio. Where are you coming from?
I came from Greenville, Tennessee.
Oh, how many miles is that? About maybe like 1,200 miles?
No, it's only it's like a 6-hour ride.
Oh,
yeah.
Hey, any of y'all want a Logistics Lounge jigsaw puzzle?
Dude, yes.
Oh, shit.
That would be so cool, bro. That would be so fucking cool.
Just be Pedro's face.
Yeah. Smiling. That shit would be so awesome. A fucking lounge jigsaw puzzle. That would be so cool.
Yeah, bro. I'm going to make one of these flags, though, for when we start going to some of these conferences. Like, if we do end up getting boots and shit, which that's going to be a whole nother side.
You can make a flag?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah, bro.
Yeah. Oh, get that with the brick wall logo, dude. That'd be sick.
I'm gonna make one and hang it outside my house.
Yeah.
That'd be
fuck. Don't do a puzzle. Do one of those. My wife did one time, and I sat down and I started doing it with her for like 3 hours, and I like snapped out of my trance. I was like, "What the hell am I doing? I've been sitting here for 3 hours." It's like you put like the little jewels or whatever, and you dot it on the picture, and it makes a whole
You
like
heard it.
portrait or whatever.
You heard it here first. JB loves to bedazzle.
Arts and craft. That's right. That's right.
I was hooked on it, man. I was sitting there like, you have to like press the thing down and then stick it on the deal, and
Dude,
each color is associated with the number.
You know what
Yeah.
I was addicted to for like 2 years as a kid. I'm sure everyone's here old enough they should remember them, but with those 3D puzzles, dude.
Oh yeah,
Those
Yeah.
things
Oh,
were
shit.
fucking awesome, man. We should make a 3D puzzle of the Logistics Lounge microphone, Hunter. That would be so fucking awesome.
Hey, question: do they have any of this in the U.S.? This is actually, it's actually kind of cool, like what they have here in Canada. So, like where I'm from here in Waterloo, they actually have. How would you call it? I guess it's still like an upscale lounge, but what it is they have like puzzles and all kinds of like different stuff and games and stuff like that. They serve beer and everything like that. So like people go and hang out, go on dates and stuff like that. And it's actually like a really cool, I guess kind of like social establishment that's kind of different than your regular like hospitality or bar or pub or anything like that.
We
where,
don't have.
you know,
I don't know if there's. I'm sure there may be something like that in the U.S. I'm pretty
Yeah.
fucking 1000% certain. But
yeah, for sure.
here where I live, we have this place called the Bit Bar, and it's a bar, like it's a pub bar, whatever you call it, but they have video games from like the 90s and the 80s.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Arcade
just go
bar.
there-
yeah, like an
you
art.
just
Yeah,
go there
okay.
and hang out, man, and it's just like arcade games and consoles and shit from back in the day, and we
Yeah.
haven't been yet. My son, I've heard of it, but I didn't know what it was until my son told my wife and I about it. I'm like, dude, we so got to fucking go there and hang out. But yeah, I'm sure they got something like that. But I want to go to this place called the Bit Bar. It sounds freaking awesome.
Yeah, they actually
got-
have something like that up here as well, like around the universities where you pay like $10 to go play unlimited games and stuff like that. You can get like a couple beer and stuff like that just for something different to, I guess, kind of bring back the nostalgia of, playing like the arcade games like Pac-Man, like Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, and all that stuff.
I miss arcade. Man.
Yeah, the
Arcade-
good old days.
Arcades were the greatest thing, man. Like, I'm telling you, I don't know how. I guess everyone's got game consoles now, but there was nothing like going to an arcade. Where I lived, I think they were a chain, but it was called Tilt, T-I-L-T. And,
Yes.
Yeah, dude, that was.
We had them in the malls.
Yes, bro. That was the place to fucking go. When it was either there or we had this place called Putt Putt, and it was mini golf and all these other things, whatever.
Putt
but
putt golfing games.
Yeah, dude. When they closed it here, everyone freaked out. They're like, "Why the fuck would you close this thing? Like, it's the only thing here to do that is not a nail salon." That's literally what
They
people
just
were
weren't getting enough traffic. We had one in Midland, Texas for the longest time. Just nobody would just continuously go out there, and it just slowly closed down.
Oh, dude, we used to, I grew up poor as shit. So there were few things around here that if you had little money, you could go do for the whole day. One of them was we used to go to the movie theater only during the weekday because they didn't mess with you. But you go there, you pay for the earliest movie, and then you stay all day. And then there was Putt Putt. You could go to Putt Putt, and it was like $10 or $15, $10, I think. And you could play like a round of golf, do the bumper boats, like, blah, blah, blah. And then there was Tilt. Man, you go in and hang out at Tilt, man, and just, freaking, dude, you go in there at $5. And if you were a good video game player, dude, you could be there for hours because video games are like one token. You know what I'm saying? So, shit, you could play 20 damn games. You know what I mean?
Gaddy's Pizza, Mr. Gaddy's Pizza was another one of those places. You go in
dude,
there and pay for like a buffet and play all day.
We just got one of those back here, man. My youngest son and I went not too long ago, and dude, I had so much fun at that place, bro. Just playing video games and stuff again. Oh, bro, I loved it, dude. I absolutely loved it.
What about Dave and Buster's?
We're getting one of those. I've never been to one, but we are supposed to get one like next year or something. But I've never been to one personally, so I don't know how they are.
I go there all the time, usually on Wednesdays when it's half price. I tear those games up. Like I always get the bonuses. I go in there to win. Like I want the bonus. I want all the points. I'm saving up to get Oculus.
JB is throwing fucking kids away from the skee ball lanes.
Dude, I'll elbow a 6-year-old. Don't even.
JB's they're strong arming 5-year-olds for the skee ball lane.
Yeah. Like, sir, can I have a turn when I'm out of money?
Yeah.
Get a job.
Get the ribs.
I put $100 on this card. I'm spending it. It's half price day. It's a discount.
Get the ribs at Dave and Buster's. They used to be the best. I don't know what they are now. It's been a long time. But man, the damn baby back ribs. Oh my God, the best ribs ever.
They stepped their food game up, that's for sure.
At DMB.
We got these things down here that are pretty fun. They're called I mean, I'm sure there are a lot of other places, but they're called Main Event. And they're like a bowling alley, laser tag, fucking video games, like all this crazy shit, dude. And that stuff's pretty fun. There's a place in Austin. I don't know what it's called now, but it used to be called Celebration Station. And JB, it was like a putt-putt on fucking steroids, dude. Like 2 floors of video games, like 2 different putt-putt golf courses, racetrack. Dude, it was crazy. You go there and get a $25 band on Friday night and do everything unlimited except for the games. I think you only got like $10 or $15 worth of video game credits. But dude, you could do bumper boats, the race cars, putt-putt, everything you wanted the whole freaking night, man. And that place was the shit. I mean, just imagine 2 floors of video games. It's like a 10,000 square foot internal space. It was fucking crazy.
I love that. I love me some putt-putt golf, man. We go down to like Myrtle Beach and stuff. Like a weekend, I want to go to like all the putt-putt places. Like I'm super competitive. My wife hates me.
Dude, I'll wipe your ass with the fucking putt-putt game, dude. I swear to God. I am the best at putt-putt.
Hey, Hunter, I think you need to rephrase that. I don't know if JB wants you wiping his ass.
Yeah, I know.
I don't need to.
I need you to use a dude wipe, though, please. Be gentle. Get them as a sponsor, please.
Yeah, don't forget the disclaimer there, Pedro.
That's right.
We will not sexually assault truck drivers, we promise.
The comments, beliefs, and statements of those on the Logistics Lounge are theirs and theirs only. They do not reflect those of Mr. Hound and Mr. Potato.
Oh, my God. We went in one of those glow-in-the-dark putt-putt things last time I was home. It was pretty fun.
Yeah.
Then they had a maze room with, like, lasers. And I was like, fuck it, I'll go in there and play around, you know. So, like, I put it on medium difficulty, and you got to, like, step over the lasers and get to a certain light in the room and touch it. I ended up getting on the floor and trying to crawl. That was a huge mistake. I'm not doing that ever.
You know what I still want to do that I have yet to do is an escape room. Like, I haven't done one of those yet. I want to do an escape room.
I love those. Bro, I am so down for an escape room.
That sounds like a terrible time. I'm not trying to get locked in a room with a bunch of idiots.
No, they got this one. They got this one down in Austin. It is a horror movie themed escape room. The whole thing is so like it's kind of like a haunted house, but an escape room. So you know, like if you don't make it out, you know, things happen and stuff. You know what I mean? And if you don't get something soon enough, then you like lose that tip or whatever. It's nuts, but it's it's adults only is what it is. So like, you know, let that, you know, tell you like what kind of
that'd be cool.
But I'd like to go to that one.
One year when we went to Matt's, I took everybody to an escape room that was designed by a Hollywood special effects guy. So like everything was cool. Like if you fired a gun at a picture, and that was part of like the clue, like a coffin opened up and shit and would like scare everybody. It was so much fun. I love those things.
Yeah, I've never been to one. I want to go to one, dude. Like for sure. I've heard, you know, I mean, I wouldn't say I've heard. I have heard and I've seen. Man, it looked pretty fun, bro. I would love to.
Have you ever seen the movies?
Yes, I have.
You don't want to go to an escape room.
Yeah, man, 1000%, bro. 1000%.
You want to die?
I'm good at that stuff, man. I'm good at that stuff.
Look, I'm willing to die with Pedro in any room we're locked in. Hello, come in.
There you go, bro. Like, I'm good at that shit. Hey, and if all else fails, hey, ain't nothing between me and freedom except for fucking sheetrock. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You know?
I will Kool-Aid man your wall to get out of there.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I am too big a boy to not be taking down this motherfucking wall.
Still behind that sheetrock, you're fucked.
I can't get my wife to go with me and do
breaking shit.
Hey, I'll throw my kids through that wall if that's what it takes to get out. If some crazy shit goes down.
Swing them like a sledgehammer.
Every man for himself.
Dude, come on. Disclaimer, please.
My kids are 22 and 17. They should be more than well capable enough to take care of themselves.
Disclaimer.
There's one escape room. I tried to convince my wife to go do it with me, just me and her. And she likes all those serial killer shows on Netflix or whatever. But I tell her about the escape room. It's like, yeah, this one is the serial killer's trying to get you. So you start off in the room, handcuffed to a bed, and you got to like figure out a way to escape. And she's like, fuck that. I'm not doing that. And I'm like, what are you talking about? That sounds fun.
Dude, my kids told me about this one. I looked it up and it's actually true. But there's several of them, but there's one that's absolutely bonkers. And if you make it through it, they like pay you like $10,000. Dude, it is, you sign a waiver. It's like hands-on, like they can fucking touch you.
Is that the Tennessee one?
I think maybe it is. Like there's actually
it's like borderline torture. It's crazy.
Yes. Like there's a
If you don't make it through, they take you out in a body bag.
No, I mean, like it's serious stuff, bro. Like, I mean, they make you sign
They'll
a waiver. Like they
bury you alive and like waterboard you, like all kinds of crazy shit.
Yeah.
It's crazy
Fuck
shit.
that.
Bro. It's crazy shit, and nobody that I know of that I've read, no one has ever made it through it. And I'm sitting here like, if they could put their hands on me, I sure as hell can put my hands on them, bro. You know?
Dude, they got in a lot of trouble for that stuff. I think like they could face like a couple of lawsuits because it's like borderline torture.
There's a whole group of like people around that area that have filed like lawsuit and stuff against them, you know, because obviously people travel there, but of course, you know, people that live closer, you know, go there more often. And, you know, there's been some people that I don't know if anyone's seriously injured, but you know, there's been some people that have messed up. But yeah, it's crazy fucking escape room, man. Like it's nuts, and it lasts like 15 hours. It's
hell no, dude.
Yeah, it's or 12. It's absolutely crazy, man.
You got to survive all the way to the next morning.
Yeah. It is. It's all the way through the night. That's what it is. You go in and it's this massive old fucking warehouse and stuff.
Hunter should look that up. That's close by to where he is, I think.
Yeah,
what is it?
Pretty crazy, man.
Just look up survival 10 grand escape room or something like that.
Yeah, it is. They pay it. They seriously pay you like 10 grand, but no one's ever fucking made it through.
Oh, are you talking about that haunted house deal?
It's not a haunted house.
Oh, there's a guy that does a haunted house like that, and he like, I don't know, you have to sign like a waiver that's 30 pages long.
It's got a weird name.
There is a haunted house one too. There is a haunted house one too, but there's an escape room one that's like the same thing. Like if you don't make it out of the room, like you could seriously get fucking injured.
Yeah, I guarantee you they're making people sign waivers and they're suing them, and they're not going to get shit out of it because they signed the waiver without reading it.
Yeah, of course, you know what I mean. But they're more on the guy because they're trying to say like it's, you know, he's like a sadist or something, you know, some crazy stuff, you know what I mean?
I think it's like something manor is what it is. It's something manor, I believe.
It's crazy, bro. It is. It's pretty fucking crazy.
They make you write down your fears.
That's the one I was talking about.
Yeah, they make you write down your fears and stuff in the application so they can use that to torture you with. Yeah. Oh my god. I'd be like, I like unicorns and rainbows.
Right, yeah, right. What are you afraid of? beer and barbecue.
Freight brokers. I'm afraid of freight brokers.
I'm afraid.
I'm afraid of freight brokers and lumpers. Oh God, and not getting detention time.
Dude, we don't have that here. Pick something else.
I'm afraid of backing up at the truck stop.
Oh, motherfucker. Oh, bro, that's so good. Oh, man, that's fucking funny shit. He said, I'm afraid of backing up at the truck stop. Oh, bro. Oh, my God. That's like a good gut laugh. Holy shit, my stomach is hurting right now.
Unless there's 2 spots open.
McCamey Manor. I think that's it.
Yeah,
McCamey Manor.
McCamey Manor. That
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the haunted house one, but there, like I said, there is an Sorry, my wife is in the back room yelling because I don't know, because she's crazy.
She's probably listening and
there
Googling
is
what we're
an
talking
escape
about.
room that's similar.
She's mad at you because you're doing the logistics lounge.
No, she's telling me I'm wrong, but I know there is. There's an escape room when you sign a waiver to, and it's like that McCamey Manor thing. Yeah.
Tell her to come on here and educate us.
Yeah, for real.
No, I'm not. Oh shit! Give me my food.
This isn't yours, it's mine.
Give me my fucking food, woman.
It's mine.
Hey, you're
Please,
supposed to say, please, sir.
please.
Yeah, we respect women here on the Logistics Lounge. You can't be demanding.
She made
That's
my
right,
wife
there
made
you
Thank
my
you,
wife made
Jason.
filet mignon tonight.
go.
That's how us freight
Filet
brokers
minions.
be. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, my wife makes filet mignon every night, and I got a fleet of G wagons parked out in the driveway.
Jeez.
Very nice. Damn. You
That's
eat
how
like
we
a
live.
king.
That's how we living over here. Ain't that
Wish
right?
I was a broker.
Ain't that
Hey,
right, Josh? Josh got all those Lambos out front.
That's it. Y'all think that's Hunter's apartment? That is his basement in his mini mansion.
Oh, I thought
Oh,
that was
yeah.
a green screen.
Yeah.
It's the best green screen you've ever seen.
I know that's right, bro.
It's all that money you make.
I told you.
Yeah.
Fucking brokers.
Fucking brokers. I know. I literally told that shit. I said what I just said to y'all to this guy in my group that was talking about broker transparency, and I was like, oh yeah, man, let me tell you, I'm over here making fucking $1,000 bangers on every load. I'm texting you right now from my G wagon in the Arab Emirates.
Arab Emirates.
I was fucking with that guy so hard, man.
You're in Dubai.
He's so serious. He's like, oh man, seriously, it's a problem. I was like, dude, I guess, dude. I was like, I told him, I said, here's the stupid thing about it is the fucking rule is already on the books. Like, I don't know what you guys are trying to accomplish. Like, I just don't get it.
Dude, if he only knew what you were making off that load, he'd shut his fucking mouth in a hurry.
Hey, it's funny you say that. I was going to DM him because he was like, oh man, he's like, well, you may be one of those freight brokers because that's making X amount of percent. Because I told him, I said, dude, I said my average percent is 13.8% margin across all my loads last year. I think this year I'm at like 12.7 or something so far as my average. But I was gonna DM my fucking margins, and I was like, I'm not, because within that I had like, I don't know, I ran 100 and something loads last week, and probably 10 or 12 of those I have 50-60% margins, but those margins were off loadout trailers that I do for a company, and they may be 50% margins, but it was like I paid a carrier $200 and I made 400. You know what I mean? And I was like, that's the only thing this guy's going to see out of this whole fucking list of loads is these 30, 40, 50% margins I made off some fucking loadout trailers and shit. So yeah, I was like, I'm not going to send it to him.
Exactly. I mean,
Well, at least you didn't see the 120% margins. That's average.
I know, dude.
What broker makes 120%? Come on.
Who knows?
The
man.
Lizard People Express LLC.
Really? I doubt they rake that much. I mean, come on, guys.
Bro, I don't know, man. I mean, I know we talk about it all the time, but that shit's so stupid. I'm of the frame of mind of all the
broker transparency. Fuck that shit.
it doesn't matter. See, here's what their goal is. I can tell you exactly what their goal is, and this is how short-sighted they fucking are, and how, like, no offense to drivers, but they only think to the point of themselves and nothing beyond that point for the most part. But I know what it is. They're gonna be like, oh, you made $400 off of this load that I took. So when I call you next week for this load, I'm gonna want $390 more than what you paid me.
Yeah.
And that's what they think that's what's going to happen. But what is going to happen is brokers are going to fucking hang up the phone and tell you to kick rocks, and they're just going to find someone that's going to run it for the for the $300 margin or something.
But how dare you deny me that load, sir?
I'm not.
How dare you?
I'm not denying anybody anything. Hey,
Like what? Just give me the money I want. If you can float it, I'll take it. If you can't, then I'm moving on. Fuck it.
I say, but every time someone talks
Your
about that,
14, make your 10, 12, 14, 15%. Whatever you want to make. Make your 20% off the fucking load. If I'm willing to fucking pull it, that's on fucking me, dude. Not on you.
I do it. I go about it like this, and I've said this forever. I ask, what do you want for the load? Like, what do you want? And then that's where it goes. Holy fuck, the party is here. Oh my god. It's the man, the myth, the legend, indie trucker, and Gord.
Go on there together. How you doing, Chris?
What's going on, fellas?
What's up, guys? How y'all doing?
We're at a very interesting truck stop here called Argos. Bobtail only, no trailers allowed. Unless you got a Super B and you know how to back it in and get it around the rear corner. Very good mixed drinks. No bush
We can tell.
or any swill. And it's a very exclusive little club here in Ithaca, and Chris is about the only one of y'all I'd ever bring here. So there you go.
Well, fuck you too.
It is what
Indie
it is.
Trucker's like, what am I doing here?
Hey, where's old Justin Mart or J Mart?
Justin's already headed up north to him and his family headed out. They're going up to Lowville, New York, to the so they're up there for the Eclipse. So yeah.
Oh, good.
Jesus Christ.
I actually like that hat you got, Chris. That's actually a pretty sweet hat, bro.
The what?
Yeah, I like that, man. That's actually pretty sweet looking.
Yeah, shout out to Reedwind Safe. So apparently he sent me a new hat to the house. It'll be there when I get there. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, you lost that black one we were at Matt, so I remember that.
Yeah, I found the guy. I didn't tell you this, but I found the guy that was wearing it. When I said, "Hey, where did you get that hat?" And he kind of looked at me like, "I
No
bought
shit.
it. It's special." I was like, "Yeah, okay, man." Listen,
Mr. Dot, we know you're just sitting in your fucking office right now, not doing anything. You let us know if we can send you a link. We always love having you on, Mr. Dot. What are you eating? Indy, are you eating Mexican food again?
No, I had some chicken wing. Some really good chicken up here in New York. It's really crazy. I told them that I was going to judge because I knew the colonel personally. We're in a public place, brother. Listen, find Lombard. We'll be on his thing later. We're out. We're in a public place. Y'all have a nice night.
Later, Gord.
Yeah. So, whenever Lombard gets on later, we'll be on the Lombard Trucking Podcast live. Check us out.
Right
We
on.
will. I'll go watch it.
Walmart.
When's that going on?
Whenever Lombard gets out of the gym.
Yeah, he usually goes on late. He usually goes on like 8 or 9 o'clock Central Time. He goes on pretty late.
Yeah, it's gonna be late. That's all right. It's good. It's all good.
Good deal.
Well, y'all have fun, man. Y'all be good, brother.
Hey, y'all. Peace.
Later. Bye, Gord.
Nice seeing you guys.
Gord's so serious sometimes.
I'm telling you, what the fuck? Indy Trucker would be here the whole time until Lombardi come on. But
Lombardi, yeah.
Lombard's a good fuck guy. He's hilarious, man.
Yeah, Lombard's the man. He's good people. But knowing Gord though, he's one of those like, how often do him and Indy get to see each other?
Oh, yeah,
right
of
in his
course.
hometown. So he's like,
Of course.
I gotta show you the ropes.
They're gonna be on the 6 o'clock morning news tomorrow.
I know. That's why I asked where Justin was.
They probably don't want to hear us talking just in case it gets dirty or some bullshit.
Shit.
Probably.
You don't know Gord McGill then.
No, I do not know Gord. I'm friends with them on X, but I do not know him.
He's a good guy, man. Gord is super cool fucking people, man. And he's been super fucking smart too. It's really, really smart.
Right.
Yep.
He's just not a man of many words unless he's writing. Like that's his thing is writing and stuff, man.
Well, me and Indy, we've been in plenty of spaces together. We have a good time talking and shit. So Gord's never been in any of the spaces that we've been in. So
Yeah, Gord don't get on into the spaces too much, man. You'll catch him every now and then, but he's got his own thing going on, man. You know what I mean? Like he does behind the scenes. He's got a lot of stuff going on, working, and he's focusing on his writing and stuff like that, trying to get more into that and shit. So he's just a busy
guy. Driver, right?
He is a driver. No, he's a driver.
Oh, he is? Okay. Yeah. Okay.
He doesn't currently drive, but he's driven in. I mean, he's from Canada, so he's driven in Canada. He's driven in the U.S. He did a stint in Australia and in the UK. So he's driven 3 continents.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know Indy, but we hang out together in some spaces sometimes in the morning and stuff. So
yeah, Gord's like a Bigfoot. Like he came on our show when we like finally hit it off on X here, and then after that, you got to see him in person, and that's about it.
Well, I got to tell you guys, this is best Friday space going.
That's what we usually strive for. I wish we could get more people in here. Like it would be cool if we could have like an integration of, like the X side of things where people can chime in and talk, kind of like, people call in to radio shows, like have us being live right here, which I'm sure we could make something like that work. I know Stage is talking about it, and that's what Kevin Rutherford does.
Yes, he did it today, bro, live in the. I don't know if you saw it.
So I think we might just have to do a virtual phone line.
He's going to share that technology with anybody that wants.
I think we might be one of his beta testers, hopefully for his that platform he's working on. But
yeah, he did that shit live today, man. He called a guy. They were talking about like oils and stuff like that, and he took a call from a guy live on the road, man. Put him on the air and shit. And we were talking. They were.
I think Sage is doing the same thing, but I think it is really as simple as getting like a Google phone number or something like that. But I don't know the integrations of all that,
exactly.
So it's like, how do I take a phone call, put them in the waiting room, have someone, we're essentially going to need like a gatekeeper at some point.
And because we already have Google business account or whatever, dude. Like we could do a Google phone number like easy, but it's like you said.
I'll talk to Ryan about that because Ryan's really tight with Kevin apparently. So
Kevin's cool people, man. I like Kevin. He had me going today, man. I was
Ryan's fucking tight with Kevin.
Yeah, Ryan talks to fucking everybody.
Yeah, he just uses that Yankee in him, dude. He just he's someone that he wants to talk with, and he just talks. You don't really have a choice if you haven't noticed yet.
He's like a cheap hooker. He gets around.
He really does. That's a good way to explain it.
You're right. You're right. He's like a homeless logistician.
No, man, he's our bar back. He's our bar back, but he makes them plays in the back room that we don't tell people about.
Yeah, Ryan's fucking awesome, man. Ryan's a great guy. He's a stand-up guy. That's what Ryan is. Ryan he likes to support people and be behind people and
oh, he likes to be behind people for sure. I mean, that's
he's
There you go.
A little, he might maybe a little too much with his arsenal of toys.
He sent my wife a whole bunch of pictures of butt fucking plugs, and I'm like, dude, we don't do that shit.
Oh god,
what a fucking asshole!
Oh, that's funny shit. Oh,
okay. Well,
it was funny. I laughed. My wife laughed. It was fucking funny as shit. But
that's good. Sounds like your wife is a pretty good woman there, Keith.
Yes, she is. She'll fucking hang with. I mean, if she wasn't sick, she'd be hanging with us right now, dude. But yeah, you'd like her. She's
I mean, shit. If she likes the only freight and only vans, and she's wanting to get them for the family, that's pretty fucking cool. Good sense of humor.
Disclaimers left and right.
No disclaimers needed anymore. I've kind of come to the conclusion. I think Pedro's on the same page. Like, if it were to happen, it would have happened by now. But down the road, we'll probably look into it a little bit more. That might be something to put in the description of the shows.
Once you get bigger and maybe like if money is coming in a lot, you'll definitely probably have to tone back a little bit.
Well,
on something.
I mean, but dude, the crazy thing is, our sponsors have been on here and watched and commented in the midst of all the bullshit. Clint from Shoreline fucking loves it, dude. He's a very reserved guy. He's not as forthgoing and just idiots like all of us here, but he appreciates it because, like you said, Keith, and I think Dustin said the same thing. This is how we fucking talk. Like, there's no suits and ties, I mean, there are people like that, but that's their job.
Yeah, but
I used to be that way. Fuck.
Dude, same thing, Josh. Same thing, and I hated it because it doesn't translate.
Yeah, it doesn't, dog.
I can play the fake, like, oh, hello, Mr. So and so, Mrs. So and so, Mr. Professional here and there. But when shit hits the fan, I'm a different guy. And they're like, what's going on here?
Hey, you mean what other podcast has Desmond Clark cussed on? Who else knew that Dean Croak is his ancestry comes from a penal colony? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, what was his lineage? Dutch, and then his grandfather was sent to
Australia.
Yeah, and he was sent to Australia, which was a prisoner continent, a prisoner country, and he survived, and then fucking started doing logistics way back in the day.
Yep.
And then escaped back to the UK. So this shit's lame.
I can't believe, dude, when with him, man, I was floored, Hunter, when he sent me the video of his Jake break, and I was like, holy fuck. Dude, your truck was one of the first Jake break videos we ever did.
Dude, I'm telling you, Rob, that's going to be the show that, like, we really need to set that up. I know we've been talking about, but him, Miles, and if we can get Gord on.
Yeah.
Gord's also driven in Australia, but having 2 Australian accents and then crazy Canadian Gord on here, dude, that would be. I would sit back for hours. I wouldn't even say anything. I would just let them talk.
That would be such a good. And Miles, I love Miles, dude.
Miles is the fucking truth. That shit was cracking me up yesterday. I don't know if you were there, Rob, but there was or it might have been this morning, but there was another Aussie that was on there. They call him the Guru.
It was last night. It was last night.
Yeah. He is the anti-Miles, dude. And Miles, dude.
He's out there. Kangaroo blood in them.
I'm actually gonna shoot this over to Miles and see if he's up and at him right now.
I was listening to that space. It was last night, man, and like And yeah, that shit was fun. Was funny as hell hearing Miles talk because he is so forthcoming, and I don't know. I appreciate that about people. Miles is just, I don't know. He's good folk, man.
He's an open book.
He was if he yeah, he's I don't know. He's just an Australian good old boy. That's what he is, man.
Get him on here. You guys are gonna have to add closed captioning so we can understand every fucking word. Because once he starts talking fast, it's like, what the fuck did he just say?
Queen's English.
Hunter, and when Dean said he knew what a lizard rag was, bro, I died. I fucking died right then and there.
I don't know, man. That was quite the honor though for him to say that he's going to talk to his marketing team.
Yeah.
To watch us and
Yeah.
just spice it up a little bit. Like I was like, what
That
the?
was he was great, man. Dean is everything you think he is when you watch him. Like, even though he's always doing numbers and stuff and everything else, he just seems like a really nice guy, and that's exactly what it
Oh,
was.
dude, he's a trucker at heart, man.
Yes,
Like
yes.
that was his one thing he kept saying. He's like, you got to keep me in line, or else that Aussie trucker's gonna come out. And I was like, dude, we need that. And he kept trying to bounce off of it. I mean, shit, we sat there and talked about sleep for 45 minutes. Which, if y'all haven't watched that, Keith and JB, y'all need to check that out because sleep science. This man went to Harvard to study sleep science for truckers. Just because, like, and his idea on downtime, like on your clock, dude, that I'm surprised that's not being talked about more. Because you're mandatory 11 or 4. Take it. What is it? 411 and 30.
It's 11 14 70. 11 14 70, and
Yeah,
then you
11
take a
14.
restart.
I thought you had to do like a 4-hour break in between 8 hours of driving.
You have to do a 30-minute break before your 8th hour of driving is, or
Okay.
8 hour of on duty time is complete.
Yeah, but
that can be on duty or off duty.
Yeah, but I mean, talking about that though, like if you shut your truck down, you still have an hour on the clock because you're fucking tired. You shouldn't have to sit for that extra hour. I don't think. I think you should be able to, like, when you shut down and you're like tired and you don't want to drive anymore. Well, shit, man, that makes sense. Like
Back in the day, we used to do that.
On logs, on paper logs. That makes sense. But now everybody's on this EDL shit, and it's like some people are night owls. Some people can stay up all day, but like
Dean's thing is basically like a floating clock. Like, you still have to abide by your hours of service, but you can do that time any way you want within a 24-hour period. You know what I mean?
like rollover or whatever.
Yeah.
Not rollover, but like if I want to take this time at this time, that shouldn't go against me. Like if you have to pull over, stop, take a shit, maybe you're hungry, like that should not go against your hours of service.
Yeah, as long as within the 24-hour period you abided by the rules, you took your 10-hour off duty or or sleeper berth, all that stuff. Like, that's what he's saying, because it's like everybody's sleep and wake and driving patterns are different. You may wake up and feel great, and then you get 5 hours into your drive and you're like, holy shit, like I'm really kind of tired, I need to lay down and take a 2-hour nap. But you don't, because you're like, that'll be 2 hours off my 14-hour clock and into my driving time and blase. And his thing is basically like giving drivers the flexibility to be in control more of their breaks.
No, the way they do it, it's all fucked up because you can split your sleeper berth, but they want you to stay stopped for a minimum of 2 hours to split it. And like back in the day when I was on paper log, you could split it with an hour of sleep. If you sleep 2 hours, you're fucked.
Well, that's what he was saying. It's on 30-minute increments. 30-minute increments.
30-minute nap, an hour nap. You wake up, you're fucking fresh, ready to fucking rock and roll.
That's exactly.
No. You can't do that now. You can't just do an hour. You got to do 2 to 3 hours and then do another 7 or an 8 and it's all fucked up. So, because they don't know what the fuck they're doing, they got these fucking scientists at fucking Harvard or fucking Yale or wherever the fuck they are that never drove a fucking truck and says, "Oh no, let them do this and it's safer." Bullshit. We know what we need to do. Take a 30-minute nap. You wake up, you're ready to rock and roll. Take an hour nap, you're ready to rock and roll. Take a 2-hour nap, you're fucked.
That's what Dean was saying, is that like sleep patterns happen in hour and a half increments. So, you know, your first 30 minutes you're falling asleep, and then you fall into, you know, another type of sleep, and then you start to fall into your REM sleep. And he's saying it's an hour and a half increment. So if you take an hour and a half nap and you wake up at an hour and a half, you feel rested. But if you overgo that and take a 2-hour nap, you've now entered a new sleep cycle, and you're starting to put yourself back into REM sleep. And like Adam had said, it was like Dean was saying that, you know, like the perfect, or I don't say the perfect, but the medium sleep cycle should be 6 hours, because that gives you four sleep cycles. So you're awake, you're asleep, you're deep sleep, you're kind of awake, and so like hour and a half increments is what he was saying. You know, 6 hours, 7.5 hours, 9 hours, like that's what you should do. And y'all got to go back and watch that show with Dean, man. It was last week, last Wednesday. He really did like said some stuff I never would have thought of as a driver. But basically his whole thing is just what you said, Keith, is like drivers know when they need to stop, like good ones. They know when they need to rest. They know what they need. And like we should allow them more freedom to, you know, be able to stop and rest and so forth and so on. And it not
They need to. Because you wake up at all different fucking times, dude. I mean, JB may wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning. I may wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning. I mean, fuck you. JB may stop and take a fucking hour nap before going through Dallas. I may stop and take an hour nap going through Dallas too. But at different times, because JB's going to go through there at a certain time where he knows traffic ain't as bad, and I'm going to go through there when I know traffic ain't as bad. But it's just so fucked up with the hours of service. It's hard to plan, and if you run into something driving down the road, you're fucked. It fucks everything up.
Hey, I mean, like both of you, on screen. I think even probably Anil. I don't know if he can hear us yet, but we've all been through the paper log and then moved into the ELD era. And I'll tell you, I mean, I liked paper log a lot more. Not just because I got more miles, but because I had more freedom. Like I did, you know,
Yeah.
I could drive X amount of time, stop, and then go back and adjust my log, and you know, and it be legal. And yeah, I know that's illegal in the FMCSA's eyes,
No,
but
it's called creative logging, and it ain't illegal if you make it work.
you know what I mean. You know what I mean, Keith. Like I was always an early riser. Like I mean, I could drive a day or night as long as I had a day to reset my clock. I could switch over day night driving. It didn't matter to me. But I don't know. I like to do like when I used to do this load from East Texas to Las Vegas, and I always tried to do it as fast as I could because it was from the pickup to the delivery. It was a 2.5 day turnaround. So if I ran hard, I could get to Vegas and I'd have like 22 hours before I have to deliver. I could go hang out with my buddy. We could go play around on the strip. We could go do whatever. And I would do it, and I would get just into Nevada, and I would pull over, and then I would take a 2-hour nap. Like every single time, this little bitty pullover. It was the Outlook space. I don't know if they still have those, but remember they have the Outlook spaces or whatever. And dude, I'd pull over there, take me a 2-hour nap, and I would get into Vegas at like 1 o'clock in the morning, and you know, me and my buddy would hook up at like 10 and shit. But it worked. It did good for me, man, because I wanted to run hard, but I was able to split up my driving pattern and my sleep pattern, of course, I just wanted to get there and hang out, but that's still not the point. Like I was able to do what I needed to do to get my load there and have time to do what I wanted to do and still make everything look legal. So
You
yeah,
could still go back and do your creative logging and run on recap after that.
yeah. I love paper logs, man, and I don't drive no more, so it don't matter. But I kept 2 logbooks, even though I rarely ever used my second one. I mean, the guy who trained me was just really good and said, "Hey, man, here's how you do your log." You know what I mean? And you started during the day.
Log.
Yeah, you start it during the day, and you always make sure that you try to make sure you stop at a truck stop or somewhere to fuel, so you can like do your pre-trip and your fueling all at once. So that way you don't have to take a fuel stop later in the day. And you do this and you do that, and so yeah, I was really good at my logbook, man. The only time I ever got caught was it was a Friday, and
Somebody's breaking up bad.
I was in Knoxville, Tennessee, and I wanted to be home Friday night. And I drove straight from Knoxville, Tennessee to Fort Worth, Texas. I think it's like 919 miles. And I did it in a 64-mile-an-hour truck. And believe it or not, I made it look legal. Per DOT, I got into Fort Worth Saturday midday. But, I was actually there Friday night at like fucking 10. So, but you know what I mean? Like, I was able to do it, man. That was the only time I got caught. That's only because that was right at the beginning when they started doing the tracking on your trucks and shit with the little domes they used to have and stuff. I don't know if they still have the domes, but y'all know what I'm talking about if you've been out there long enough.
Yeah.
And there we go. It's back to normal now. I missed everything you said, Pedro.
It's all right, bro. No worries. It wasn't important, believe me. That's what my wife tells me. Every time I talk, she's like, that wasn't important. So that's
no, it wasn't important. I was listening, but it all got staticky for some reason.
Yeah.
I think that was just all in your brain, Keith. Everything was fine on our end. I think it just got staticky in your
I
brain.
heard him.
Okay.
I don't want him to repeat it neither because that was long as hell. No, I'm kidding.
It was long as hell.
Here's how you read paper logs. You get a steno book, and you run your logs in your steno book. And then when you park at night, you back everything up and do everything that you want to do to get to where you want to go. Then you can draw your lines and fucking shit like that and write your miles down.
You know what else that I liked about the first company I ever worked for when they did paper logs is I honestly, now thinking about it, I think this was by design, but their logbook did not have like page numbers or log numbers in it. So my point is I had a razor in my truck, bro, and like I would sit there and fucking cut out pages and shit from the logbook.
I remember taking the staples out of this shit.
What the hell? That's why you got to get log sheets, man. Individual log sheets.
Yeah.
We weren't
you got to worry about that shit. You just crumble them up and throw them away.
We weren't allowed to run that with the company I was driving for. You had to pull the fucking staples out and put them back in.
Yeah, me either. Like they had the company I ran for, they had like company logbooks you had to use and shit. But still, like again, I had a razor. I used to cut out those fucking pages and stuff, bro. Oh man, that's just good times. Good times. That's what that was. Good times.
I do love the ELDs because it makes me more money, I think. So, because I can just call and say, hey, man, I ain't got enough hours and I can get my fucking sleep. I'm older now, so I'm not as young and dumb and full of cum like I used to be. So, you know what I mean? So, it is nicer, but sometimes I wish I could pull over and take an hour nap, still get there on time. But, it is what it is. So you got to do what you got to do. There's a way to fudge the logs unless you call the log department and see if they're willing to do it for you.
the last time I ran ELDs, I loved it. Even though I was OTR, was on a dedicated account, and everything was dropping hook, and every the shipper and the receiver I went to, dude, it was always like 15 or 30 minutes. That's all I logged because it's all dropping hook. It didn't matter if I was there for 3 hours or 10 hours. Dude, it was always 15 minutes because I could always say, oh man, it's dropping hook. It's a dedicated load. And as long as I picked up and dropped off at the same company, which was for Dan and Yogurt, I could get away. I could get away with it, bro. Even on ELDs, I did some messed up stuff.
15 minutes? Why would you log 15 minutes? I log 5 minutes.
Well, because 15, I don't know if it still is, but 15 minutes used to be the standard for anything you did. If you fuel 15 minutes,
that's on paper logs.
Well,
Fuck that shit now.
I don't know what it is now, but that's what I did. That's also why I did, like, I always tried to stop at a fuel stop so I could save myself 15 minutes a day, which over the course of a week, adds up to some time. But I could do my pre-trip and my fueling at the same time, and it only cost me 15 minutes and shit. So I don't know.
Exactly, on paper logs.
No, even on ELD, bro. I woke up every single morning and I hit fucking on duty. And when I made run remarks, it was pre-trip and fueling because I always stopped at a truck stop. And if they ever pinged it, you could look and see that I was in a Love's or a Pilot or a Petro or whatever. And I looked into it. There was no regulation against that. I could do my pre-trip and my fueling at the same time.
See, the company that I lease my truck to, they require a minimum of 10 minutes to start your day. So I give them that 10 minutes, regardless whether I'll do my pre-trip and fueling, or I'll just do my pre-trip. Give them 10 minutes. And they require at least 2 to 3 minutes for the post-trip at the end of the day.
Yeah, I did my post trip at the end of the day too, and I usually sometimes I would get my fuel on my post trip, and just in the morning I would do my pre trip, and I would go and get my coffee. I would do my pre trip, but I was really getting my coffee. I say that I always did my pre trip. I never ever not one day in my driving career not ever skipped over a pre trip, and that is fucking that's serious. I never did not do a pre trip, not one day when I was behind the wheel.
See, that's what I love about the ELDs. You don't have to show all that much time as far as doing pre-trips and post-trips anymore. But and you don't have to show how much time you're actually fueling. Put the nozzles in a tank, you're fueling. 5 minutes later, you're off fucking duty.
Like I said, that's how I would do it. I would sit there, leave my door open, and when I was feel like I would sit there and watch my watch, and dude, as soon as it was 13 and a half minutes, I would go climb back in my truck, and I would make sure that I put myself off duty or whatever.
Yeah, that's all I work for. You don't care about none of that shit.
Hey, even when I was at a shipper, man, 15 minutes. I don't give a fuck. I don't know what the laws are. I probably broke a lot of them, but I didn't give a damn if I was sitting at a shipper for 5 hours. 15 minutes and I'm in sleeper berth. You can't tell me shit else because I got a sleeper on the back of this thing. You cannot prove that I was not in my sleeper berth.
Exactly. And you're not on the dock, or you're away from your truck. You're taking a walk around the neighborhood. I don't know. They gave me a call and said it was done, so I went back.
Yeah. I don't know I don't really, don't keep up with it, but like I said, I always just went by the standard that I was taught on paper logs, and it was minimum 15 minutes for everything. 15 minutes pre-trip, 15 minutes fuel, 15 minutes shipper, 15 minutes
paper log. I mean, you had to give up 15 minutes for every fucking thing on paper.
That's the increments they had and shit. But I don't know. That's just the rule of thumb that I went on, and it served me well, man. I even on my thing, I even figured out how to run consistently without having to do a 36-hour restart, 34-hour restart over the course of 2 weeks. And you just run 8.75 hours a day, and you can run almost pretty much endlessly. I mean, you'll always catch 8.75 hours a day every single day, man. And that's even how I ran when I stopped running. 8.75 hours a day, and I never had to do a 34-hour restart. And I used to run 2.5 weeks at a time. I was meticulous, but dude, I found every go around that I could when I was a driver. any way that I could find to exploit something and to make me allow me to run more and make more money, I fucking did it.
Single
I'm not,
one of us out here that drive for a living.
huh?
That's every single one of us out here that driving for a living.
But I mean, I'll say I never was unsafe, man. Like seriously, dude. I never drove when I knew I should be sleeping or if I got tired. Like I was one of those drivers. You know, want to make money? Fuck your load. I don't care. If I want to stop, I'm gonna stop, and you can't tell me nothing else because I only have to say one word and one word only, and that's safety. And as soon as you throw the word out there, everything else goes to the wayside. So I did a lot of sketchy stuff, but I never put myself or other people in danger. You know what I mean? Because you're driving 80,000 pounds of death down that highway at 65 to 70 miles an hour, and that's serious fucking business. Like I don't care what anyone says, that is serious shit. You make one mistake, one simple mistake. Look at your phone too long. Start to daydream, and that could be the end of your or someone else's life. So, although I said I was always safe.
It's true. I know when we first got the ELDs and where they actually tracked us and shit, I was a dumbass hustling. Gotta hurry up, gotta hurry up, gotta hurry up. And then when I realized how many miles I could actually drive on 8 hours, I just said fuck it and just started running the clock.
Dude, this is how like to the limit I would push stuff. Well, I wouldn't say to the limit, but this is how I would try to exploit things. So when I worked for all the companies I worked with, I was a company driver, but they all had owner operators. All the owner operators' trucks went at least 70 miles an hour. My truck went, I think the fastest company truck I ever had, I did 68. And but when I did my log, dude, I drove 600 plus miles a day. If the trip was long enough, I drove 770 miles because 770 miles is 11 hours of driving. And even though I was in a 54-mile-an-hour truck, I would do 770 miles. Like, I'll tell you, bro, I was not playing game. But you got to think, I don't know what driver pay per mile is now, but when I started driving, my base pay was 32 cents a mile, and I got an extra 2 cents in my first company because I was a veteran, so I made 34. When I went to night, I think I made 36. When I ended, I was making like 40 something, 50 something cents a mile or whatever. So, yeah, I think like, dude, when I started driving, you really had to hustle. You know what I mean? Like, minimum for me was 3,000, 3,500 miles a week. Like, man, I needed to fucking make miles to make my money. You know what I mean? So I did whatever I had to do to make that money.
When I first started driving, I was making 23.5 cents a mile for Warner.
Yeah. Yeah. When did you start driving, Keith?
2004.
Okay, I started driving in 08. Yeah, 08. That's when I started driving.
He started driving when I graduated high school.
JB, really?
I graduated in 04.
Jesus Christ. I know worker drivers the company drivers are making more than I did before I started double what I made.
Dude,
I make more than you right now.
No, you don't make more than I do right now. You don't know what I make.
Not enough.
I'm actually an owner operator just like you, JB.
I know you are. You talk on space all the time.
Okay.
But I do make more than you though. Wink, wink.
Okay.
Joke.
You actually do make more than I do. I think, if I remember correctly, I think you do make more than I do.
Yeah, and I pull a Warner trailer. That was the joke.
Yeah, that's true too.
It went over your head, but it's okay.
It did. Hey, I had a couple beers. Fuck all of you. Everybody that's listening, too, I'm on fucking my own goddamn time. Fuck you guys.
Hunter, I got about 15 minutes before my son gets home from work, bro. So we're here. We're gonna have to switch it over to an X space here in a minute.
No, it's all good. I'm actually down to do that right now. Just to do it. Working on some other things over here. So
I feel you, bro. I understand, man. I mean, we're doing pretty good.
There's only 4 people in here.
Was that just me that was trying to join?
No,
Yeah.
that was definitely a no.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
he's in the middle of fucking nowhere though right now. He said he'll be back when he can. And then Josh had to go do something. So
yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, it's all good. All right, so we're gonna move over to X. If any of y'all follow Logistics Lounge, myself or Hunter or Keith or JB Rhodes on X, get on there and you'll see the space pop up because every one of us are about to move over there. So it'll pop up.
Actually, JB, if you could make the space, I'll co-host, and I'm just gonna sponsor it by the Logistics Lounge.
Okay, I'll go make it
for obvious reasons.
Okay,
and JB Rhodes, sponsored by both. Which you need to get you a little company page on X there, JB.
I need to. I'm just lazy.
Or you could just make your personal page JB Rhodes because I see you out there.
JB's got a good fucking business going, dudes.
Hell yeah, he does.
I try. I'm a small fry.
Outside of Thomas, everything seems to be going all right over there.
Thomas is suspect.
Thomas is funny as fuck, dude. I like Thomas a lot.
Motherfucker coming into the space.
And JB is one of the OGs here in the lounge. Like JB's been chopping it up with us since almost day 5.
Day 5, yeah, probably.
Second lounge. I love this lounge. I love it.
Man, we appreciate it, Keith, bro. We love having all y'all here. This is
so fucking peaceful in here. They don't get all shitty.
No, man. Like I said, we just got to keep it to the point that we don't get canceled saying no stupid stuff. But other than that, this is what it is. It's a gathering place, man. It's where everybody comes and hangs out at the end of the day, and we take the ties off and we just talk logistics shit, man, or whatever. Like today, we barely talked about logistics at all, but we just talked about stuff, man. I mean that's all it is, dude. It's just all of us hanging around in the lounge. We got the bourbon, the whiskey, the beer, the cigars, the everything, dude. We're just all chilling. So, Keith, we're gonna start with you. Do you have any exiting comments before we chop out?
Stay safe. If you're a driver, and if you're a broker, raise your fucking rates.
Hey, when you call me for a load, Keith, I'm gonna give you 50 cents per mile.
50 cents?
No, 23 and a half. 23 and a half. We're gonna take that shit back to day 1.
Damn.
JB, you got anything you want to say, man, before we get out of here?
Keep it shiny side up and stay out of traffic.
There you go.
Yes.
That's it. Hunter, what about you, my brother?
Great week. Great to be back in the lounge. More things to come. Catch us on Monday for our Eclipse special. Bring your own tinfoil. But other than that, keep an eye out for some new bigger things coming. The website's still up, thelogisticslounge365.com. Those hats that are on there, love them. What Pedro and I are wearing. There's also a fully black variant, but if there's anything you would like specialty made with any of our branding, logo, whatever, just let us know. We'll make it happen for you. But outside of that, everybody have a safe weekend. Thanks for tuning in as always, and we'll see you next time.
That's
Peace out.
All right, later.
Hey, Keith.
We'll catch you on next, man.
Yep.
We as always, we just appreciate everybody tuning in and hanging out with us on this Freestyle Friday. And next week we got some great guests lined up. Like Hunter said, we'll be on Monday just to troll all the Eclipse conspiracy theorists and have a good time. We'll all have our Logistics Lounge branded tinfoil hats, and we hope you all have a fantastic weekend. Like Hunter again said, just be safe. Enjoy whatever time you have, whether it be with yourself or with your family. And we'll catch everybody next week. But before we chop out, we're going to roll that incredible new video for Sureline, because it's a sure thing when you use Sureline. Okie dokie, artichokey. We'll see all of y'all next week. As I always say, chunk them deuces. Mr. Hound, roll that beautiful bean footage.